Did that get your attention? Welcome to HamShackTV Live. We'll get started here in just a minute. Let the crowd gather. It's going to be an awesome show tonight, guys. Spread the word. We have superstar guests on tonight. So spread the word. Get as many people watching as we can. We'll be with you here in just a couple of minutes. I see the numbers climbing. Share this thing out. Get as many people watching. We are both on live on Facebook and YouTube tonight, as well as the Ham Radio Guy podcast channel on YouTube. Spread it. You're going to want to see our guests. Get with you here in about a minute or so. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Let's stop this music, and what do you say we light the candle? Live and in living color. Good evening, everybody. We are back from Huntsville here in the HamShackTV studio. Welcome to HamShackTV Live. I'm your host, Josh, AA4WX. We won't spend too much time here this evening because we got some superstar, exciting guests to talk with tonight. This thing has been going viral on Facebook. I don't know what's going on YouTube, but Facebook has been bringing in well over 1 million views on one particular clip. So we're going to capitalize on that tonight and get going here. Let's see here. Pota Power's in the house. Good evening to them. Good to see y'all in Huntsville. Dustin Alexander, new inspiring ham here. Let's see. Well, welcome. Chris, KD9YSW is in the house. N3WER is here. What's good at HamShackTV and everybody in the house. Let's see here. Kobleko, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. What's up, everybody? Looking forward to this one. And 3WER is saying hello to Pota Power. Hey, it's my show, not theirs. Death, let's go. I'm not ready for death, but hey, welcome in. Just here to watch my boys go ham. Well, we appreciate them being here. Marvin's in the chat, of course. Let's see here. EOD Kaboom, better known now as Rockets and Radios. Good morning, everybody. If you don't know Rockets and Radios, he's in Guam. So we are all over the world tonight. Outside the Vin is here. Looking forward to who? Well, I guess he spoiled the surprise. Midwest Gadget says, let's go, Dave, Jesse, and Jabo Hack. Maticus, yo. Let's see here. Dustin corrects it as aspiring. I think it works as inspiring too. Why not? Poindexter 624 says CQ. There you are. All right. Appreciate everybody being in the chat. Tonight's episode is once again brought to you by Gigaparts and their Rewards Plus program. Check them out. Gigaparts Rewards Plus. You know, we were at Gigaparts last week doing the live stream. Thank you, everybody that joined us on our special night Wednesday last week. And it was a great time. I want to say a special shout out and thank you once again to Jeff Sinclair and Robbie Spare. Robbie Spare is the owner of Gigaparts for allowing me to use their internet and their space to broadcast live from Huntsville last week. Really great. The store's changed. If you haven't been by their store in a while and you live close to Huntsville, go check it out. They've moved things around and they've got so much 3D printing stuff now. I mean, so much 3D printing. They also sell Seed Studio stuff now. So check them out. Gigaparts.com, coupon code HamShackTV, get you double rewards points. But hey, get Rewards Plus while you're at it. And I can give you half off your first month of Gigaparts Rewards Plus with the coupon code HamShackTV50. That's HamShackTV50. 4 times rewards points, 60-day return window, as well as an extended warranty coverage and Malwarebytes antivirus software. I'm sure I'm messing that up. I always say that wrong every week. So appreciate everybody being here. Don't forget about Super Chats. If you want to support the channel and everything that we're doing here at HamShackTV, Super Chats are available. You can click on the little flashing $sign next to the chat box on YouTube. And we appreciate that. All right, let's switch scenes here and get ready to bring everybody in. Let's see here. Dave and Tortoise and Marvin. And then our special guest, Jabo Hack and Hailhound. Good evening, everybody. And Ryan. Don't forget about Ryan. He just rejoined.
What's up?
What's going on, man?
Doing great.
Enjoying it. We've so let's start with you, Dave, and we'll probably talk a little bit about Huntsville towards the end of the stream. Short of Huntsville, not a lot exciting, nothing really new released, except Dave's got a couple of new things that are coming down the pike with Seed Studio, but no real new radios or anything like that at Huntsville this year. So we'll talk about Huntsville much later in the show, but we want to get to the topic at hand tonight. Dave, why don't you tee this up for us?
All right. Well, so I did a talk up on Montesano about Mesh-tastic, Mesh Core, and then a little bit about, I just forgot the words. Anyways.
You get that one.
So, anyways, had a talk up there, and we did one of the anti-forums up on Montesano, right? Josh videotaped it, and then he kind of cut it up and did some shorts and some reels on YouTube. And one of the reels just...
Hang on, Dave. Yeah. I hate to do this.
Oh, that's all right.
We've got major business to take care of. Holy crap.
Thank you, Ham.
Midwest Gadgets with the Hundo. First time listening, long time Ham. Love what you're doing here to inspire others. Keep up the work, everyone. We appreciate that. I don't have a new fancy clip, so you get the short clip tonight. Play that clip.
Money isn't everything. It's the only thing. And everyone has a price for the $1 Million Man. All right, let's...
Appreciate the Hundo Midwest Gadgets. That's awesome. Anybody else, you're more than welcome to help work on that. Dave, back to you.
All right, so you recorded the entire thing. It kind of cut it up, put it out as reels, and one of the reels went super viral. Last check was 1.7 million views in less than 2 days. Yeah, so... And it created a lot of questions, and it created a lot of interest. So talked to Jesse and Jabo, and then Ryan appeared, which was awesome. But talked to Jesse and Jabo about coming on tonight to explain the devices in a little more depth than I did up on the mountain. So thank you guys for showing up.
Yes, thank you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no worries, man. Glad to be here.
So, Dave, you know these guys, and you know a hell of a lot more about what you're talking about than I do. So I'm gonna let you kind of steer the conversation here, and I'm gonna sit back and learn.
All right. Well, I don't know which one of you guys want to go first. Kind kind of do a little show and tell of what the devices are and what they can do, and then we'll kind of go from there. So,
Give us a
Don't
little
matter to me.
background. Can you give us a little background about yourself as well, and kind of that sort of thing?
Well, it looks like J-Bo's above everybody in the list, so I'm gonna let him go first. It's just the easiest way to do it.
We're gonna go top down.
Yeah, that's right.
Hey, how's it going? So I'm Jay Bohack. I work as a security engineer day by day, but in the background I work on something called Nyanbox. You may have seen this all over the place recently. If not, maybe in the past. But Nyanbox is a counter surveillance or visibility device. It has a lot of counter surveillance utility. Give me 1 second and I'll get my display mirroring back working. But yeah, today I'm going to be showing you some of the things inside of Nyanbox. There's things from flock detection to accent body camera detection. Let's see. There we go. We're back. So, sorry about that. So, there's drone detection, drone spoofing, law enforcement detection. You can do gem detection, full spectrum analysis on 2.4 gigahertz.
Somebody's
depending
got
on
an. Sorry, J-Bo. Somebody's got an echo. I don't know if somebody doesn't have headphones on or where that may be coming from.
All good now?
Yeah,
Very
it's
cool.
good now.
So you have full spectrum analysis, things for like law enforcement detection, drone detection. Recently, flocks have been popping up pretty much everywhere. If you haven't heard of them, they're ALPRs that pretty much anyone can access inside of law enforcement, and that has spanned to public as well, potentially, because they don't require MFA or didn't require MFA at a time. So those accounts were getting compromised, and there's projects that you could pretty much look up if you've been flocked, and what those do is recursively look in the database to see if you've been flocked. And then you have things like camera detection, so ring cameras, wise cameras, blink cameras, everything of that sort. If I scan it, you should see quite a few pop up. Oh wow, that's more than I was expecting. And that's all in this little device, and I'm just doing a screen mirror output.
Jesus.
Second here.
And they're all Pelcos.
Yep. Got a bunch of cameras, and then if you wanted to, if this was your own network and you were doing testing, if protected management frames was on, you could also knock these cameras offline by just deauthenticating them. And that goes for any device as well. You can run Wi-Fi deauthor, you can scan for nearby APs and pretty much knock other APs offline. Granted, you only want to test this on your own network or otherwise networks that you're authorized to test on. Otherwise, you can get in some deep trouble. Beacon spamming is another one. So a cool thing, I'll do beacon spamming on another Nyanbox. And you'll see kind of the traffic graph in a second here. All right, so if we go to Analyzer again, we'll see the full spectrum kind of going a little bit crazy. There's some other congestion in this room. I'm not sure what's going on, but channels 1, 6, and 11, you could see kind of a breakdown as I move the radio further away, and you could see that breakdown distinction. Wow. So if you're looking for anomalies in traffic, you could figure it out pretty easily from this device. The other thing too as well is we can do a jam detector. So we brought these devices to DEF CON. This device is actually a year old. And last year at DEF CON, or this year rather, we're running jam detector and finding some people that probably should not have been running things that they were running. So if I do a beacon spam again, we could see a better breakdown of channels 1, 6, and 11 as well. But that's for some of the analysis side. There's other things, so tile trackers, air tags. We can beep nearby air tags. So say that you're driving around and there's an air tag that may be following you that you don't know about. Should have a few air tags and things near me. Let's see. So this is also another Find My capable device. So should be beeping one of them in a second here. May have picked up a different device. So I'm holding it close to try and get a RSSI value of this one. It might be picking up my AirPods. Let's see. There we go. So you can hear this one beeping. So if there was a tracker that was following you, you could do this AirTags, Find My Devices, Ember Mugs, really anything. You could start beeping them if they were a tracker that you weren't knowing about. Smart tags, tiles, car is a recent one. So Car is a security company that makes pretty much security alarms for cars, and they had recently a major vulnerability. So what you could do is you could connect to them potentially and immobilize a moving car or a car in general. You could unlock the doors to a car. You could do all sorts of things. And Josh, Ham Radio Crash Course Josh, actually ended up testing this out on his car and recently found out that his car was actually vulnerable to this. So he ended up doing a video on how to update it through the app, but they don't make it pretty easy, unfortunately. So there's that. And pretty much the way that that kind of spawned in was they have a hard-coded key, cryptologic key, and pretty much the car's VIN and other information calculates with that key, but that key got out there. So there's a few researchers that found out that you can completely immobilize a car with knowing that key, and it's gotten pretty scary. There's other things like iBeacon tracking, iBeacon spoofing. iBeacons are pretty much surveillance in stores. So if you walk in a Walmart and you have the Walmart app on your phone, they're building a profile on you. So if you're walking around with your phone, if there's 3 trackers nearby, which are installed in like aisles, they know how long you're standing in an aisle, and they're able to triangulate your location based on those 3 trackers. And in reality, there's multitudes. Like if you run iBeacon detector inside of like a Walmart, you'll pretty much get 100 in a second. Same with stores like Target or really most mass retail stores. So
Yeah,
right
I've
now
been to
I
a
have like
couple
4
of
them.
of Walmarts, and it just blows up just instantly 100.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
make sure I understand this right when we're talking about the iBeacons. I was talking with Dave about this at Huntsville, and I was explaining this really cool thing that I found at Walmart, that you could be in your Walmart app, be looking for something, and push a button on there, and the dang price tag would start flashing to help you find it. That's an iBeacon, is that correct?
So you're saying like your phone was telling you where to go and stuff?
No. You on the Walmart app, you would, if you're looking for something specific, you could click on it, and it would flash. The price tag would flash on the shelf, showing you where that item is.
Yeah, those are the ESLs, but usually inside the shelvings, they have things like this. This is an older iBeacon from like 10 years ago. This is actually running Eddystone as well, which is a different technology, but I picked up a few near me. I ended up buying a few iBeacons, but you could see some of the data on them. And the other thing is, after the stop scanning, this isn't every single application as well. Like if you're trying to find an AirTag or a towel tracker, you could actually locate it down based on signal strength as well. So as I bring one of these closer, I'm not sure if it's this one yet. Looks like it's this one actually. You can figure out where it is. So that goes for every application.
But you also have a spoofer on there too, correct?
Yeah. So the idea with the spoofer is if you want to clone and rebroadcast them, you could actually clone and rebroadcast every single one of those. Or you could just spoof a bunch of them so that your phone doesn't really know where you are. Therefore, you can't really get tracked or profiled. Because the big kind of issue with that is it could lead to surge pricing based on you as a customer. Like, let's say you're looking at a box of Cheerios and you've been really wanting this box of Cheerios, or the smart TV and you've been really wanting this, they might run a discount for you. Or if you're more likely to buy it, they may also skyrocket the price up for you. So that's one of the major issues with that we end up seeing. And there's some other applications as well. BLE Spammer, it'll pretty much fill the list of Bluetooth on your phone. Sour Apple, if you haven't seen this attack before, it's actually a pretty neat one. So
Oh, I need that.
So if I run this, it'll end up spawning a bunch of pop-ups on my phone. Let's see. Oh, I have Bluetooth off. That's why. So if I turn Bluetooth on.
Go to them in airplane mode.
Yeah. So if I start clicking around, let me unlock it real quick. Yeah, we can see there's a bunch of them, and there's also one for app or Android as well, and Windows as well. So
That's crazy.
Yeah. So it's pretty much just rebroadcasting. If you've ever set up like AirPods, it's rebroadcasting that pairing prompt so that your phone thinks that there's like nearby AirPods nearby. The other one is Android, Samsung's. You could also do Swift Pair, which is the Windows equivalent. So there's toast notifications if you have like a mouse of some sort and it's saying it would like to pair. Some of them do that as well, and you could just spam a bunch of like random requests as well. Let's see, I forget how much we looked at on the Wi-Fi side. So Pwnagotchi detection, spamming. Pwnagotchis are pretty neat. So they're little e-ink displays, and they could be used good, they could be used bad. A lot of people had these at DEF CON a few years ago. They're still a bit relevant, more so on the card pewter side. They have another firmware, Pork Shop, that operates pretty similar. But pretty much the idea with this device is you can have it on a bag and it'll start knocking clients off the network. And as it knocks those clients off, it captures handshakes. Handshakes, when it comes to a wireless AP, I mean, you could pretty much crack that handshake and figure out the AP's password. So if you have a dictionary large enough, if you have rainbow tables, whatever you may have, you could potentially figure out the wireless password to an AP. The other thing, Wi-Fi pineapple detection. So if you had like a pineapple pager or Mark 7 pineapple and this was living in your network, you could locate this down. Yep, Dave's got one. And then, yeah, the other thing is evil portals. So a lot of you've probably heard of the recent Delta Airlines thing coming back from DEF CON. So that was an evil portal, evil twin. Pretty much what they were trying to do is capture credentials from another user. So with evil portals, you could spawn an AP that looks a little bit enticing to where you could do Google logins, Microsoft logins, Facebook logins, and spoof a direct SSID. And I have all these blurred out. This is privacy mode. With privacy mode, it makes it so that if you go on Wiggle or some other war driving app, you can't figure out the direct MAC address and pinpoint my location or other people's location. It's a nice way to kind of hide OPSEC a little bit.
So confession time on that particular topic right there.
Yeah.
Before the presentation on, what was that, Thursday, Dave? Wednesday,
yeah.
Before the presentation, Dave told all of us, specifically me at one point, but he told all of us, hey, there's a Wi-Fi network named Free Public Wi-Fi. Everybody go join that thing. I totally fell for it.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
so
Dave had his pineapple out, huh?
well, I actually did it. What device did I do it with? I think I did it with the disc. I did a custom one that when you joined the free public Wi-Fi, the captive portal popped up and said, hey, these are the vulnerabilities you just signed up to give me. This is why you really don't want to do and connect unless you really know about the network. So it was kind of a learning experience that I had running that, and then it had a guest book. If you wanted to sign and say that you did it and say hi, you could actually sign up and say hi for it. But yeah, I ran a captive portal up on the mountain just to see what would happen. Completely
That's a whole lot
malicious.
nicer than what I would have done to him.
And did you have more people also take advantage of your free Wi-Fi per se?
Well, that's the thing is there is no Wi-Fi, right? You
No.
connect to it, and there is no Wi-Fi given. You just give your credentials, and it just sits there.
But did you have more people vulnerable to that besides Josh?
I had 3 people actually connect to it, so it was actually pretty smart.
Dave, it's funner to do that when you go to an IT conference and set them up. See how many actual IT techs sign into that with no idea what they're signing into.
In all fairness, first off, we are pretty well internet deprived up there on the mountain, so that was exciting. And second off, I wasn't even thinking because all I was focused on was filming Dave's presentation.
Yeah, but see, you just hit both nails on the head. That's exactly what that's for, right?
Yep.
So that's the catch, and it's more of an education right now than anything, right? Like, so the evil twin, evil portal, captive portal, whatever you want to call it. The purpose is to lure an individual that's looking for that. So you go to the airport and it's free Wi-Fi airport or free hotel Wi-Fi or whatever that is. That's like the number one setup and it's used. It's used all over the world to grab just like we were saying, credentials, right? That's what that's for. Is it they want to get your username and password and then access your stuff. So yeah, it's on the device, but it's educational. That's the purpose, right?
Yep. And that's why I ran it up there on the mountain was education. I mean, it popped up and the screen you got said, this is what you were just vulnerable to. Don't do it.
If it's not your Wi-Fi and it's not specific access that you've been given and it says free, you don't touch it. It's just that simple.
Exactly.
Yeah, especially when you connect and it's asking for like a Google login or Microsoft login or something a bit sketchy that you probably should not be providing, regardless if it's free or not.
Yeah, why are they asking for my Google credentials for the airport Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing, you know. I mean, that's the whole purpose. You know, the radio in general across the board is radio. Whether it's ham radio, whether it's 2.4 gigahertz, whether it's BLE, it doesn't matter. It's still radio, and it's all interesting. But it all has tendency to get used in multiple different directions. And so, the more people that understand the capability, and the more people that understand, one, to look out for the capability, but two, that they have the same capability is exceptionally important.
Yep, 100%.
Yeah. So
I was just looking at the chat over there, and there's a whole slew of people in here. The Biscuit Shop's in here. Sasquatch is in here. Like, you guys are pretty well loaded up with some fantastic folks.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's some big royalty in here tonight.
Yeah, this is cool.
People watching currently. It's one of our larger shows for sure. So
I mean, I felt like I needed to go up the stairs and put on a suit because we've got royalty here.
No. Yeah.
No.
Well, we just want to say thank you for all the listeners that are coming in this evening, that are watching and joining in and learning about these devices. I mean, it's if it's not something you're interested in buying, but it's an education just for your internet security and your own awareness, if nothing else, to be aware of things like this and vulnerabilities that do exist out there. So you know, me and Dave out there. I'll let you go. What do you got, Josh?
Well, it hasn't showed up in Eevee Mucks yet. There it is.
Oh, there it is.
Midwest Gadgets just took down their super chat record already with the 2 hundo at Biscuit Shop. Dethrone me, I dare you. Play that clip. Maybe.
Money isn't everything. It's the only thing. And everyone has a price for the $1 million man.
All right, Biscuit Shop, you've been challenged.
Oh, man.
Put the challenge out there, absolutely. So, but yeah, this is great information. This is very good, and so I think it's good for anybody to kind of just be aware of, like I said, of these vulnerabilities. As I was just saying, me and Dave both in here for we're both IT professionals and stuff as well. So it's something we're probably aware of. But
that Dave,
that Dave, yeah.
Oh no. That Dave's in the world, too. Don't let him fool you.
Yeah, don't forget,
Right.
we also have security vulnerabilities in radio systems, too. So.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
yeah, that's one of the cool toys that J-Bo hasn't gotten to yet, is the law enforcement detection and what you can find on law enforcement vehicles.
Yeah.
So, really?
Maybe that's a really great transition. No, J-Bo.
Hey, J-Bo, shut up and take my money, would you?
So, I mentioned a little bit of flock detection, but there's also drone detection. So this is full remote ID decoding. So you can get things from operator location to the drone's location, to why the drone's flying, to if it has like a squawk code on it. So I'm going to create a bunch of fake drones nearby and then show you kind of what the data will look like when I parse through it.
So it's picking up 5.8 and 2.4?
So it's strictly 2.4, but unless they're broadcasting at a certain bandwidth or frequency, rather, they pretty much have to be on 2.4, at least for like DJIs and stuff.
Right.
But you could also locate them down. But the more important information, if we're looking for location data, you can get both the operator and the actual drone's location. And this is just your packet on the drone, so it's pretty much straight in the sky. And
well, it's picking up the home, I guess, the home coordinates.
Yeah, so you get a lot of range with that one. And then drone spoofing as well. So we had a company out there, out in Africa, that actually reached out to us and requested that one. They run a counter UAS system, and they wanted to see kind of what it would show if you just spoofed a bunch of drones. Well, to their surprise, they actually crashed their dashboard. So that was an interesting one to look at. And since remote ID isn't credentialed or authenticated in any means, you can't really prevent that from happening, at least easily. And then we have things like flock detection. So the flock ALPR.
Before we get into that, let me ask this, and maybe you've already addressed this. I don't know, but I'm a drone pilot. I have Part 107 certificate and all that. But with this particular thing, are you able to take control of the drone or crash the drone or anything like that?
So you can't necessarily.
Is it the ham answer? It depends.
Do you guys see that over there?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It depends.
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm just asking this because I hate to say this, but there are bad actors out there, and that is an extreme concern for me as a drone pilot. If somebody was to hack my drone and crash it and hit somebody and hurt them, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that would piss me off.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, so I mean, so these are 3 transmit radios. So the capability is definitely there. Mm-hmm. It's one of those things where you definitely want to be careful if you're doing that, because I know even for law enforcement, it's kind of a touchy subject.
Yeah.
Because you also impact other communications. So there's a lot of stuff on 2.4. And if you impact that, it could get pretty dangerous.
So, again, though, just like with anything, right? So it doesn't matter if it's a handheld hacking device. It doesn't matter if it's a gun or anything. It whatever's produced, you have a responsibility to use that within your realm, right? So if you know, you're gonna have to shut me off here because I already saw it hit your chat. Go ahead.
Yeah, the gauntlet has been throwed. 3 hundo from Biscuit Shop at Midwest Gadgets. I love you.
Jesus.
I love you for the super chats. Play it, clip.
Money isn't everything. It's the only thing. And everyone has a price for the $1 million man.
I love it.
It's your turn.
Did Biscuit Shop just send 2 super chats?
He did.
So he's beating himself. He's beating himself now?
Yeah.
Midwest Gadget sent 2 super chats. Now this is Biscuit Shop answering.
Yeah, I know. They're making this. They're making this.
Now I see it on the top of my screen. I thought Biscuit Shop sent twice and was trying to send.
Do it again, J-Bo.
Yeah. So this is actually.
What the hell is that?
This is actually a biscuit. You can pair this to your phone, and it has a lot of overlap on some of the other devices, but it does war driving. So going around and pretty much collecting all APs or Bluetooth nearby, this is what Biscuit Shop makes, and I definitely recommend checking them out if you have not already.
100%. Here's the biscuit and the crumb.
Yep.
Well, everybody heard that's what Dave used on the mountain.
Yep.
For the trading tool.
Yep. This our boy here, solid dude.
So I really like that product a lot.
Oh yeah, Ryan, it's fantastic. But back to what we were talking about. Go ahead, brother. No, go.
On my side, my apologies. Biscuit Shop, is the owner, I believe his name's Hedge, or goes by Hedge. He gave me a Biscuit Ultra, and it's essentially just a larger version of what you guys just saw. And I love all these devices here, and yeah, exactly. Mine's black, and I don't have all the cool, fancy logos like all you guys do. But I am super grateful that he sent me out the Ultra. I was able to play around with it. Super powerful, super fast, super intuitive app, like iOS app. I don't know if it's on Android, but
it's Android too.
Yep.
These new gadgets, and we talked about it a little bit before going live. There are a lot of them. People are immediately going to say, especially if they're in the cybersecurity space, that it's just an ESP device. It has a ton of overlap, and they all do the same things. They're vibe coding this, they're vibe coding that. But at the end of the day, I mean, certain devices are going to do a better job. based on the developer behind it, even if it's the same hardware. I mean, you could go spend $6 on these chips and throw it into ChatGPT or Claude or Grok and say, I want a BLE spammer. And you may get something that does the job, but it's not going to do nearly, what these guys spent months or years working on to perfection. And one example of that would be with JBO. I mean, this Our Apple attack has been around for years now, where you're spamming BLE, BLE advertisements essentially, where it's popping up iPhone notifications, like transfer your phone number, connect your AirPods, Beats, whatever it may be. And at one point, there was an iOS version that would crash due to the amount of spam it couldn't handle it. So without giving away his exploit, we're standing at DEF CON a year ago, not the recent DEF CON, the DEF CON before that. And I'm on the latest version of iOS. I'm like, yeah, they patched that. You can't crash the phone anymore. I wasn't competing with him or trying to challenge him in any type of way. But he was like, watch this. So he presses the button, crashes my phone on the latest iOS version, with the same attack that I'm fully familiar with, how it works.
So you're like, damn it.
And rumor has it, I don't want to give away too much. He did it again, and I'm on the latest version, and I don't want to give away too much because we don't want Apple patching this. But it goes to say, yeah, it's the same hardware. People are doing the same things. There's a ton of overlap, but there are certain devices that do a better job at doing those attacks. And last thing I'll say, because I don't want to take over the show, is I clicked the link that it was sent to me by a couple guys in the chat, and I didn't know that it was joining the podcast, but I'm happy to be here. I appreciate all the comments and the support in the chat, and I don't want to hijack the show, but these guys are awesome. The Halehound is awesome. The Biscuit's awesome. Box is awesome, and I hope you guys have an incredible show.
Hey, we're glad to have you, brother.
Thanks.
These people that are watching, they're not here to see me. They're here to see you guys. So we're grateful to have y'all here.
Oh, we don't know what you're talking about, man. I'm the prettiest guy here. I'm just saying.
Well, I said they don't want to see
you got
me.
A face for radio.
Yeah, I got exactly.
Hence why I have HamShack Radio now.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just a lot of good folks in here, man. I've been watching the chat, and there's some good creators. I see Hacking Ham. There's Zom's in here. I mean, there's all kinds of fantastic folks. But back to what we were talking about on the drone thing, a point to make on that is there's good and bad actors on both sides, like you were saying, and so one of the issues is you could get in a situation to where you have somebody that could potentially be doing nefarious things to you with a drone, right? No different than the fact that you could have somebody that's nefariously taking your drone out of the sky. It's no different than why an AR-15 exists, right? You're supposed to have the same capability as other folks. I mean, there's back and forth take on that any which way you look at it, but you should always have the same means to defend yourself as the folks that have the same means to attack you.
Correct. I like that.
I
like that.
Yep. I'll add a little bit to that, Josh. You were talking about these devices. There's already devices out there that'll do exactly what you asked. Take your drone out of the sky. They're already there.
Yep.
See, the problem I have with that, well, not only do I have a problem with somebody potentially getting injured by one falling out of the sky, but the fact is, I, as a licensed pilot, am responsible for that.
100%, yeah.
If it takes that, if somebody did this to me, I have no way to prove that this happened. It's on me.
All you know is your shit fell out of the sky, and you're like, what do I do?
100%.
No clue.
Yeah.
And in all honesty, like, it's not. I wouldn't be too concerned about that happening to you. You know what I mean? Like, it takes quite a bit to do something like that. It's not like it's going to happen just readily. But case in point, you should still have the same capability to remove something like that is infringing on you. You follow what I'm saying? It's not as cut and dry as everybody makes it out to be. I mean, you're a licensed pilot and you do what you got to do and you enjoy flying, and it could happen. But on the same hand, there are people that may not be licensed that are up to no good, and you should have that same capability, if that makes sense.
Right.
Definitely.
So yeah, I mean, overall, it's still, I go back to what I said, it's radio, and it's awesome and it's fun, regardless
It's
how you
all
do it.
RF.
Question for you guys: Since a lot of you are drone pilots and radio professionals, let's say you are in a situation where somebody's jamming 2.4 or whatever your radio or transmitter is going to be transmitting on, you may not need a jammer that's powerful enough to make it to the drone if the transmitter can't reach the drone. So what's the first thing it's going to do? Is it going to land in place? Is it going to look for home without a connection? What actually would happen in that scenario?
So it depends. A lot of the newer DJIs, they have GPS modules. So if you knocked like my Mavic or Mini 5 Pro, not out of the sky, but just off the connection of the controller, I have it fall back to actually land where it took off from and where it got its GPS home point. But if you're flying like an FPV, some of them don't have GPSs, and some of the older drones don't have GPSs, so they can just fall from the sky or just go in a straight hover until you regain connection. And if the battery dies, then it's just falling out of the sky.
Shit out of luck.
Yeah.
In that situation, unfortunately, when you lose connection to your drone, if it does fall out of the sky, obviously you could end up breaking it, hurting somebody, any of the things that you can imagine. But there is no defense against this attack, which is why I think jamming is such a big deal, and why people need to be very cautious if they're going to do it in a lab environment or on a mountain, as I heard earlier. That whether it's a de-auth, a jam, or anything, it needs to be taken super seriously. And you can buy these devices; they're readily available, and put it in the wrong hands can cause actual problems, even mistakenly. So I totally understand that, and I wasn't familiar with how drones respond to it, but if they all respond differently, even more so, be careful, playing around with these tools. Just because they have the capability doesn't mean you need to utilize them unless, in a controlled environment.
100%.
Yep.
Definitely.
What else you guys want to know?
Everything.
Well,
what other kinds of toys do you have to show us?
Oh, shit.
Hang on.
Has J-Bo finished showing everything?
That's what I was just going to...
A few more.
We also need
got
a
a few
website
more
for
things.
J-Bo,
That's
so
why
we
I
can
said
order
that,
stuff.
J-Bo.
But before we do
A few more things.
we got business to take care of. 463 November 7 with the 20 spot.
Money isn't everything. It's the only thing. And everyone has a price for the $1 Million Man.
Hey, wait a minute. Did they take me out of the year so far?
Oh yeah, they not the year. Nope. 500.
Okay.
500 takes you down for the year. $20. $20 is $20, as they say. Not as flush as the other two, but here's some love. We appreciate that. All right, where were we going? Toys.
Back to J-Bo. I think he's got a few more things to talk about first.
What do you mean, Ron?
So I heard someone mention the law enforcement detector earlier. So you can actually detect everything from the Motorola radios in cars, LMR radios, and I'm broadcasting a few fake ones right now, so that's what you're seeing. But the things that you can detect their radios, their routers. The routers actually broadcast at a pretty high power, so you can detect them from pretty far away. But some of the other devices as well on their APs. So right now, this is an LMR radio that's connected to one, a laptop, an ICOM radio, another radio. But you could detect everything from light bars to radar systems to literally everything. It fingerprints them, and on top of that, you can locate it. Yeah, body cameras too.
Yeah, body cams. Yep.
You can locate it just like any other function as well on this device.
I can go through everything that you have there and tell you exactly what it is. WatchGuard is their in-car video system.
Here we go. Here we go.
Yeah.
Somebody's throwing another gauntlet. Let me take
that back.
AWOC with a 301.
Yes.
Many talented individuals here tonight. You know what we got to do? Play you that clip.
Money isn't everything. It's the only thing. And everyone has a price for the $1 Million Man. All right,
That's 921 in super chats tonight. Thank you so much.
Wow.
So I don't know if you guys are all familiar with AWOC, but AWOC is another fantastic board designer, and he's made some wonderful boards. Here's some of them here. So this is a ESP Dual Mini, fantastic product. Set up for flipper, you can run it independent. There's a Sasquatch version and another one of his larger boards. In fact, Sass is in the chat. If you guys have room, he'd probably jump in and show you some of his stuff too.
Send it
I
over.
sent him an invite.
And I just dropped Sass's store link in the chat too.
I see Fred in here. Haven't seen him in forever. Doc is in here. Like there's Hacking Hams in here. Like there's fantastic folks in here tonight. This is a great setup.
This is awesome.
Wow, yeah, that's impressive.
All right, so I have a question for J-Bo and Hailhound and Ryan. I used to fly drones. I used to build them, but I got back into this.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
That's dope.
But check this out. All this room for activities.
Uh-huh.
And I can drop antennas off the bottom.
Expensive hobby. I know that from a little bit of experience.
I already broke the rotor blade.
I can tell you right now that there's people in the chat that are trying to figure out how to wedge a war driver in that son of a bitch. I promise.
Right here.
That's what I'm saying. I got the room. Dude, I've got the room. I've got the room. It's a 4S. It's a 4S 5,000 milliamp battery, but I've got the room on both sides of the battery.
Yeah, that's
you
dope.
Fit a bunch of little Shao C5s in there.
Yeah, you could put you could put biscuits in there. You could put a piglet in there. You could do all kinds of cool stuff. You'd have a super war driver.
So if anybody wants to send me anything so I can test it out, let me know.
Well, there's some folks in here that might hook you up, and if not, I'll send you some shit.
This chat is full of everybody, basically, not everybody, almost everybody in the hardware hacking space or selling gadgets right now. So I think you might end up getting something in the mail.
Yeah, they're pretty well all here. Like, this is kind of shocking, actually. Like, the whole group, man.
That's awesome.
I'll be
everybody that's here tonight.
I'm going to be stupid, and I'm just going to put my freaking email address in the chat, and if anybody wants to send me something cool.
Don't worry about it, man. We can look you up in about 20 seconds anyway, so you're all right.
There's plenty
Ain't
of
nothing
time.
you're going to hide.
You can go to my YouTube channel. Drop me a link.
Somebody's already going to Viagra.com and signing him up for the newsletter.
I already did. I already sent it to him.
Oh my gosh!
And I'll drop my YouTube channel in there if somebody wants to send me some shit to check out. I will.
Out of all the tools, everybody in here's got tools that I want, but the two I want the most are actually on the stream right now, and that's yours, J-Bo, and yours, Jesse.
Right on.
Because I've got plans for my work, the InfoSec team over there. I've already given them a little hint of some of the stuff that's going to go on.
Yeah.
And the guy that's the manager of the department, he's a good friend of mine. He can't wait for me to get these devices because we're going to find out how good these security guys are.
Y'all better be careful. We're talking about tools and Viagra and all kinds of stuff.
It could turn into. I was going to say.
While we're on that topic, let me just pop out of here. I know Sasquatch is waiting to take my spot, so I just want to say hi to everybody. Thank you so much for the support. Hope you guys have an awesome stream, and I'll be watching and I'll be in the chat. So let
Ryan,
Sasquatch take my spot, and thank you guys for having me on.
Ryan, I owe you one, brother. Thank you for stopping by.
Thanks for popping in.
Thank you, Ryan, for joining. Appreciate you
coming, Ryan.
coming by.
See you, brother. Have a good night.
Night.
See ya.
Yeah, that's another thing about this community that's something that's been fantastic is the sheer amount of sharing back and forth that people do. There's Sassy right there. So there's a legit it's a brotherhood, whatever you want to call it.
Sasquatch, do you got some cans you can put on or something?
Oh, you can see under his desk, huh?
Whoa!
I think he's still figuring out how to talk to us.
Yeah, he might be. But case in point, like there's a lot of us that work with each other, on a pretty regular basis, and we're constantly talking and working back and forth. And so it's kind of nice, and it's really cool that a lot of the ham radio folks are getting involved too, because it's still the exact same sharing across, right? And it's just getting broader and broader. I think it's great.
Well, and that's the thing with ham radio right now. Ham radio, throughout its whole existence, has been an evolving hobby, and now we're seeing things evolve more and more to IT/hacker/ mesh networking type of things. It's really fascinating to see how our hobby is evolving right now.
Well,
as a matter of fact, according to Dave, there's a hell of a ham radio presence at DEF CON now.
Oh yeah, you bet there is.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
100%.
Well, the awesome part is it's all radio. I mean,
exactly.
Joins, it's just different protocols of radio.
Ray Novak spoke briefly during the YouTube forum on Sunday morning. David, I don't think you were there. You were at the booth. Yeah. But he illustrated something. He pulled out his cell phone and he says, "What is radio?" And I got you here in a minute, Aaron. See you in there. He says, "What is radio?" He pulled out his cell phone and he says, "Do you know how many radios are in this thing?" And no one could answer. He says, "Where did they come from?" Somebody said China. That's not what he meant. What he meant was ham radio. That's where it all started. This was all experimentation stuff, whether it's Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, you name it. It all originated somewhere in ham radio. It's all about experimentation.
Mm-hmm.
And
it's funny.
Let me knock this out of the way real quick. Aaron Modern Morse Keys, good to see him. It's sick seeing these two communities merge. Roll that beautiful bean footage. You damn right we're going to do that here in a minute. Good job, Dave, on your talk on the mountain. Play that clip.
Money isn't everything. It's the only thing. And everyone has a price for the $1 million man. All right, let's...
Appreciate your support, buddy.
And Josh, you said that you made the comment that you're just seeing it get involved in it. Maybe in the mainstream. But like they said, all of this is radio. Us that have been involved in ham for a long time have been on this side of it as well. And what I tell people when they start going, well, this is technology, this is radio, Bluetooth and all. Okay, don't look at it as ham radio. It's ham radio adjacent. Because everything is involved with a radio.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean that's the best part, is it's radio. It's like we've been saying this whole time. It doesn't matter. The cool thing is there's this education level that's happening across multiple different frequencies, right? And that's the cool part is it's all starting to merge up.
Well, I think a lot of people now, especially in the mainstream, they're starting to realize they've heard Bluetooth, they've heard about their cell phones. They don't realize that was all radio bands.
Yeah,
just the higher
100%.
frequency bands.
Yeah. Well, let's
we got audio.
I would say.
Oh yeah, there he is.
Yeah, let's talk. Let's talk to Sasquatch Man just coming in. Welcome in.
Hey, how we doing?
Good.
But yeah, no, you guys have been doing a great job on this, and there's just so many cool things to do. And I know a lot of people are getting into trying to make all the flock and stuff devices, and it's just great being because that's what I've been working on myself. Is working on. Probably can't see it, but
you can see it good, Seth.
Yeah, it's just a more or less a cheap yellow display that will be running all of the anti-surveillance stuff as possible. So that's going to be an open source thing I'm working on. I'll drop that in a video at some point. But there's so many cool devices out there now, and not even just cool, but just they work so well. The new ARRL, and it's great. And seeing everybody getting into radio, because radio. It sounds so like grandpa, but it's actually everywhere and the coolest stuff ever. So the more people are starting to get into it and RTL SDRs and just I don't know. I jumped into the rabbit hole and just really never looked back.
Yep. That's a great example, Seth.
Dude, and I've got beard envy right now.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. And you know what's funny, bro? That it never moves. I've literally been standing next to the guy, and it'll cut you. It's so sharp.
Okay, so I actually brought my shaving, my razor kit and stuff out to DEF CON for the 3 days just to make sure I was decent for pictures.
Nice.
Yeah.
SDRs and all you're talking about, just welcome to ham radio. It's a rabbit hole you go down for everything you can do in amateur radio, and now this is kind of adding into that as being a little bit more as well. And yeah, with the implementation of SDRs that's come out and all the different brands that are out there now, it's incredible. So it's a lot of fun too.
Well, and we use a lot of that for a lot of the development that we're working on too, right? So there's multiple times that we'll use, H4Ms and different things to develop a lot of the stuff that we're working on as well. So, I mean, the H4M is again probably one of my favorite devices. This one's a little special. It's got a cool case. Thanks to Sasquatch.
Oh, that's an awesome case.
That's sweet.
That's very cool.
But case in point, I can't stress enough how important it is to have the right tools to do the right thing. And you know, if you're trying to develop something, you can't do it blind, you know, and again, these are fantastic. I don't know how many of you guys have H4Ms, but this is one of the best tools that you can use for finding what you're looking for, whether it's looking glass or whether you know specific where you're at. There's the stuff like this that's available. If you don't understand it, you should get it and you should learn it. It's super important.
You invited them into the rabbit hole.
Is that basically just a low-level spectrum analyzer then?
No, ain't nothing low level about it. It is a radio lab in your pocket. That's a bad little bitch, I promise you.
Oh yeah. If you haven't gotten into a HackerRF, like it is full spectrum, every good stuff. You've just got looking glass, you've got the waterfalls, you've got everything, and a speaker. So what's really cool that I liked about it is it bridges the gap. So you have audio and visual. So it puts everything together, and you can transmit, and you can do all the things that you need to be very careful to make sure you have a license to do. Otherwise, you might accidentally do something that's not great. But to be fair, I have done way too much things I shouldn't do with just a handheld radio by accidentally pressing this stupid button than anything. So it's like, all right, fine. On my other handheld, I disabled transit because I kept pressing the button for no reason.
Yeah, I've actually never heard of this H4M before.
So this world is...
If you guys have a look over at my screen real quick, I've got it brought up in the looking glass. And
dude, I want that.
So this is cool. so this is just peaks and valleys, right? And we're looking at sub gigahertz, 433 megahertz, and here you go. So these are different things that I'm running on the Hailhound that's causing these readings. So let me switch this over to something a little different here.
A lot of spurs.
Here we go. So here's waterfall.
There you go, waterfall.
So here we go. There's some ruckus for you.
And by the way, just in case anybody's worried, these are very, very, very low wattage radios when they transmit. So he's not messing with anybody.
I'm in a completely controlled environment in my own home. So
yeah.
But case in point, like this is the type of tooling that's important. I cannot stress enough that the H4M is a mobile radio lab. You can literally learn any signal you want to utilizing the H4M.
Mm-hmm. I mean, even just being able to visually see the difference between NFM and AM and WFM, like, and understanding what those mean in a visual standpoint is so much easier when you can see it as opposed
100%.
to hearing it or reading it.
100%.
Wow.
And for the ham radio nerds, it does APRS, it does CW, it does a lot of ham radio related things that you can use to transmit on it.
Yeah, you know how to set that some bitch up.
Yep.
Yeah, and the H4M is what the device was you had on the right just a second ago, at the very end there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's impressive. I've never heard of that before, so it is quite a device and definitely probably worth an investment here to play with.
Yeah, fantastic firmware for it. It's got Mayhem firmware on it. There's some folks in the chat. You probably got Jeremiah in the chat. Trash Panda's probably over there.
Yeah,
SDR.
Trash Panda's there. I saw Trash Panda.
Yeah, open source has the standard H4M for $185.
Yep, Rabbit Labs.
Yep.
Rabbit Labs is another fantastic group, and they also sell it.
I take that back. It is $266 from a U.S. supplier.
Best money you've ever spent.
And
it's also nice because they're landed in the U.S., so you're not going to get hit by tariffs, and you're not going to hit by customs deciding that you're on a list now because you ordered some sort of device that's for nefarious purposes. So.
And the Rabbit Labs version has actually got a lot of upgrades to it over top of the original one. Better battery, better screen.
Great crystal, like the best crystal.
Yeah. So
we get squirreled on these other devices. Did Jabo finish talking about the Nyan box?
No, we can move on.
No shit.
Yeah, I think think we went through most of it. I mean, there's a whole heap more. If you're interested in learning, feel free to ask the questions in the chat. Or there's also a website. So I'm not sure if someone's posted it already. I'm not sure if I can post it from the screen.
That's
if not,
job.
Yeah, niandevices.com. Awesome. Yeah, niandevices.com is our website. You can learn more about it. Join our Discord if you have any questions. But yeah, thanks.
Hell yeah.
And all the ham radio ones that are in the chat right now, those guys and gals that are probably going, man, they're talking about stuff that's way over my head. Reach out to these guys. They're more than willing to help.
Oh yeah.
It's guys like Talking Sasquatch, J-Bo, Hailhound that has actually brought this kind of stuff mainstream.
Appreciate that.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, a lot of this stuff you can do on a laptop. The problem is with a laptop is then you're learning Linux, then you're learning command line. Some people aren't interested in that. I mean, you can make it a lot easier now with like ChatGPT and stuff, but it's still painful. With a simple navigational interface, it makes it just a whole of a lot easier. And I mean, really, it's just a little bit of a D-pad. That's all you've got. You got your navigational buttons, and you can jump around in certain segments. Up, down, left, right, select for entering, but it's very easy. If you want Bluetooth, go to Bluetooth. If you want Wi-Fi, go to Wi-Fi. And then very if you intuitive. Want other, that's your flock detection, your drone detection, your law enforcement detection. There's a few other things as well, but yeah, it's
I've been
very easy.
The entire night when I'm working on other stuff. It works great, and it's quick, and it's all well thought out. Obviously, I mean, I've known J-Bo for a long time, the entire time I've been any sort of content creator, and yeah, no, it's such well thought out, and it really works exactly the way it should, and it's got every feature that you didn't know you needed, which is so cool.
Yep, that's a fact.
Yeah,
so that's
meant to make your life easier.
That's one of the questions I had was, does this interface with Mac or Windows or Linux? Do you need a computer to be able to interface with any of these? Or is it all pretty much standalone devices that you can do everything from the screens themselves?
Yeah, so
that goes for Hailhound,
to flash it.
Yeah, you literally...
was that Walker on Windows or Mac or anything? It doesn't matter.
Anything.
Don't matter. Yeah, it don't matter.
Okay.
Browser.
So
they all have
it's a browser flasher.
A browser flasher. So
it's a browser flasher. Okay.
Yeah, mine's flash.hailhound.com, and I think Nian's just Nian Devices.
Flasher, yeah.
Yeah, Nian Devices Flasher.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But
if you're on Linux, it's a little bit harder, but you're on Linux, so get good.
Yes, it is what it is.
Right? Dial-out group.
Well, if you're on Linux, you should be knowing how to do this stuff already. Or what are you actually doing on Linux?
Yeah. All right, Jesse. Well, you want to start showing off the Hailhound?
Yeah, let me flip cameras over here, and I'll give you guys a little walkthrough. Crazy. So, like I said earlier, so J-Bo and I have a lot of the same things. Marauder will too. You know, we'll share a lot of the same stuff. But case in point, like we have different approaches and different UIs. You know, J-Bo's got a different UI than I do. Mine's a little flashier, but nothing too crazy here. So we start at the Wi-Fi side. So packet monitor. This packet monitor is left over from a project called the ESP32 div. I redid it, made it a little cooler, a little prettier, and used my colors in it. But case in point, what this packet monitor does is this tells you via heat map what packets are flying through the air on which channel. So that was channel 6 moving to channel 7. There's channel 8, still dead. Channel 9. There's channel 10, and you start picking up a little bit different packet traffic. There's 11, pretty solid traffic. So this is designed to show you what is actually moving through the air and what you can pick up on, right? Moving back, beacon spammer. So this is kind of fun. Same thing that J-Bo was talking about earlier. We have pretty well the same thing, but as you guys will see, you'll be able to see it on the spectrum analyzer, and then you'll be able to see the animation here. So there's the pickup, and then there's the animation, right? And then here comes the nuke mode. It's kind of fun.
Jesus.
So it's just just a different UI and a different architecture. Like I say, I use the dual core architecture where it's kind of split up.
Good God.
So it's kind of neat. It's kind of a cool setup.
It's just broad spectrum noise.
Yep. Yeah, and you're getting a whole bunch of stuff out there right now. And then there's the Wi-Fi deauthor, same thing. We kind of talked about that. You can select the network and you can deauth the network in particular. Like I say, this is my own network, and I don't know if I don't want to get. I think we're okay to do this, huh? Yes, no, maybe pros.
Yeah.
Anybody? SAS?
Sure.
Okay.
Yep.
So
yeah, you're fine.
He's in a, and remember, everybody's in a controlled environment.
Yep, my network entirely. I give myself permission. So I'm going to send a 30 packet burst, and you guys will be able to see it over here. Same setup, right? So this is effectively sending deauth packets to my network and just telling whatever's on this channel on my network, hey, get the hell off. And there's reasons for that. There's reasons that gets done.
Exactly.
But case in point, like this is something that this can be useful, right?
Well, the thing is, too, Jesse, that could actually be used on your own network at home. Somebody gets
100%.
through your firewall and stuff. You can use
kick
that
them off.
to get them out of your network quick.
Yeah, 100%. And then there's some other stuff in here. There's the Wi-Fi scanner, which this will give you everything that is within range as far as Wi-Fi's are concerned. And there's various things you can do here. I'm not going to select on it because I don't want to get you guys in trouble. But some of this other stuff is automatic. And on a Bluetooth side, this is pretty cool. You've got a BLE jelly function up here, which is pretty cool. Spoofers the same way. So this is the sour apple thing they were talking about, where it'll send a bunch of connect devices to Apple phones and Samsung phones, and you can cycle through here and select what you're after, whether you want pop-ups. There's AirPod Pros and Maxes and Gen 2s, and then you can go through chaos mode and Swift pair, and there's a whole bunch of stuff in this one. BLE beacon, BLE Predator is pretty cool. This is a neat tool. So you can go through and look at BLE devices, and then you can select those devices and honeypot them. And if they're connectable, then you're able to pull GAT information from them, which is also useful down the road. So here's connected and discovering. So this is gonna pull GAT information, and then it's gonna present a beacon to tell this Bluetooth device that, hey, come connect to me. So it's kind of handy. I mean, that one failed, but whatever. So anyway, just another neat little tool that you can use. Whisper pair. So I don't have anything whisper pair in this house or Aurora Race. These were exploits around different earphones. I think most of them have been patched to different points. But again, something that everybody should know, if you have, Whisper pair or Aurora Race style earphones, you need to know that at some point in time, that if you don't keep up to date with patches or up to date with firmware upgrades, that stuff is exploitable, and there is potential that people can listen to your conversations, right? So, I mean, stuff like that exists, is what it is. Lunatic Fringe is pretty cool. So eventually, when this first started, this was on a stalker scanner or some shit like that. I don't remember what we called it, but Lunatic Fringe is cooler. Like, a lot of you guys are going to understand what that song is, right? So the Lunatic Fringe song came out right before John Lennon was killed, and it was around, having a stalker, somebody following you around. So I decided to call it Lunatic Fringe. It's kind of a neat name. So this is where you get into your tracker scan. So this will start looking for air tags or anything in the vicinity, and start picking it up. And it'll give you distance to your air tags. So some of them are obviously pretty close. And it'll just keep on searching them out. AirTag Detect is kind of the same thing, other than this will correlate GPS to it as well. So if you think that you've had one planted on you, it will find that AirTag, and you can select that AirTag, and it'll correlate it with GPS, and it'll track your position with the AirTag, and it'll tell you whether or not you have a tracker planted on your vehicle or on your person. So it's kind of neat. Phantom Flood, this is that's kind of fun. AirTag replay, same thing. You can send then AirTag scream. This is the same thing that J-Bo was showing you guys earlier, where you can beep AirTags that are disconnected from their owners. So again, if you're in your vehicle or in your house or something, and you suspect that you've had an AirTag that's put on you, you would select this, and it would ring any AirTags that are disconnected from their phones or from their parents. And so it's kind of easy to find a tracker that's been put on you that way.
Very cool.
Skeleton key is pretty cool. This is a pretty easy little way to connect to Bluetooth devices. My wife is constantly threatening my life because I'll connect to her her lights in her room there and change colors or shut them off. Like right here, I can change colors. You can go to color mix, and it's just for detecting generic lights, and it'll do anything, but it's kind of fun anyway. This is a car exploit that we were talking about earlier. That's something that's legit and real. 2.4 gigahertz, again, pretty cool. You can scan what you got coming up. You can select APs. You can scan networks individually. The spectrum analyzer is pretty important because it also has a heat map with it to show you what the traffic is. And of course, it's got little skulls on it because skulls are badass, and that is what it is. So
that's right.
And just a bunch of really good stuff in here. The one thing that I did that was kind of cool on the NRF side of things, the 2.4 gigahertz side of things. So I opened up tuning features to the 2.4 gigahertz radios. And so inside of these tuning features, you have potential to go in here and change a bunch of this stuff. So you can change, what your SPI overclock is, what your power is. You can change whatever you're using. If you're using mod or CW, these are noise. This is noise, obviously, what the data rate could be, dwell time on individual channels. And I did that because it gives you the ability to super tune certain things, right? So first off, we want to make sure that everybody understands that those are a big no-no, and that if you turn those on, you are breaking federal law. So you want to keep that in mind. But if you ever were in the position where you had to do that, you have full tunability, and you can adjust that versus being broad and wide, if that makes sense. Another couple things that are kind of cool. I don't know if you guys are familiar with a Chameleon Ultra. Have you guys ever been around one of these?
This is an amazing feature. This is awesome. NFC fingertips.
Yes.
Small, fast, easy.
Correct. So this is a cool little gem right here. So like you can copy your hotel card. You can do a bunch of stuff with this. So this is going to connect wirelessly through the Chameleon Ultra app. And so this will allow you, I should have grabbed some cards before we started this. This will allow you to scan a lot of these cards. My Fair Classics. I don't remember what else is in here, but so here's some of the stuff that's in here already. So it'll give you battery percentage where you're at, and then it'll tell you what saved cards you have already in slots. And then you can read cards. Huh?
Will this detect 256 AES encryption?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. But real quick,
yeah, it's not going to get a cat card. If that's what you're asking.
I was thinking like Linnell or Honeywell badge cards for employees. You can scan those.
No, you'll need a Proxmark for that. Something like this little gem right here will hit you up just right.
Oh, gotcha.
So what I do have is I've got an NTAG 216, and I'm just going to hit scan here because I've got it set up to where it'll scan even on high frequency. It'll go ahead and scan through here. So there, grab the tag, and there's what's on it. So I've saved my favorite labels for shipping printer right here, right? So I can just scan this little NTAG 216, and it takes me right to this, or I can see the individual hex port. So the Chameleon is a fantastic little setup. So previously, everybody would use the PN 532, which is great. I quit including them because there's not much point anymore. It's kind of an old technology. So moving forward, it'll be the Chameleon Ultra like I showed you guys, or it'll be the ST25R, which is going to be another fantastic setup down the road. The ST25R will give you some of the same capabilities of Proxmark depending on how it's done, and that's where you can get into some of those cards like you were talking about. There's a lot of stuff on here, man, and I don't want to drag a lot of this out. So Cygnet's kind of cool.
Show the sub-gig spectrum analyzer.
Oh, yeah. That's definitely a ham radio thing.
It is.
Okay. So spectrum analyzer. So sub-gigahertz, right? So you can be in a noisy environment. Mine's not horribly noisy, but I'll get to one that, as best as I can. So this is a noisy environment, right? And there's not a whole lot you're gonna pick out of this environment that's gonna be useful to you. So what you can do is you can calibrate to your ambient noise level, and that's going to quiet it down. And then you can start increasing the gain, looking for in particular signals that you want, right? So there's a signal that I'm going to be looking for. I know I'm going to be looking for it, and it's going to be on that 315, 316 range, and here it comes. Maybe. The damn remote's not dead.
Oh. The hell is that?
Guess my remote's dead. Let's see if I can get to it here. There it is. You guys see that?
Uh-huh.
So there's this is a rolling code Cadillac remote, but case in point, like you can pin down the signals that you're looking for, especially with a little bit of research. And then, you can kind of see how strong it is, how far it was. And it's kind of cool. When I put this together, I wanted a 1990s Kenwood, and that's kind of where we ended up, right? So it's kind of cool. Neat little feature. But yeah, it's super handy. Another thing that's really important on the sub-gigahertz side is replay attack. So as you guys will notice through here, there's different things. So there's rolling code, a couple different sets of rolling code, gate and garage, car alarms, car badges, fixed remotes. So let's just go. Here's the Cadillac here on 315, and there it's captured. So that's the remote push that I just did on the Cadillac. You can see it here again, and then I can either save that or I can replay it, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, super handy. And then there's rolling code, right? So rolling code's something a little different. So this is a FSK remote right here. I did a short on this the other day. So this is randomized rolling code remote. Again, there it is, replayed. So you can catch it multiple times by clearing and recapturing. And then you can, again, save it or replay it.
I didn't realize those are on 433. Okay.
That one is for sure. But anyway, that's a super neat feature. Something that's super cool to understand. And then again, sub-gigahertz tuning. So this is the EO7. So this is something that I added here recently as well. And what's important about this is on the receiver side. So when you go to raw radio mode, you have full capability to tune every aspect of that radio that you can imagine. And that's extremely helpful when you're looking for, specific things, say in 433 that may be rolling. So, and again, the H4M Portapack is exceptionally important when you're trying to learn a lot of this and figure it out. So yeah, some cool features. And then it's got a lot of the same Wi-Fi stuff,
What is the Tesla charger?
Oh, that'll pop a door on a Tesla.
We do not endorse that.
No, but
not
I got
endorse yours.
I know that'd be so much fun.
If you're driving a Tesla and your door gets popped, it is what it is. I don't know what to tell you. It's the charge port, though, is what that is. It's just
it's not the door. It's the charge.
No. Just some
Jesse
fun
did
stuff.
it.
Yeah, 100%.
So a quick question on this is that we have all this, all these elements within this device. And as you said earlier, there was really no manual to this. So is this really something that you have picked up and learned along the way and figured it out? Or was this just through experiment and playing around and I guess time and experience was able to figure all this out?
Yeah, man, I'm just an old dirt rascal oil field hand. I don't know much about this shit at all. I'm self-taught, So, listening to people and hanging around the right people and research, right? Like, there is zero excuse today with what's available through the internet and what's available through AI to say I don't know.
Right. And I just
hey, Josh, there's somebody backstage.
If somebody, 1 second, is if an amateur radio operator or ham radio operator is seeing this evening, or just somebody else even, and just like, hey, this is kind of cool. This is kind of the science, technology, STEM type of stuff. I have an interest in this. I want to play with this and learn this more. And it's just like, well, there's no really manual for it, so you have to figure out how to do it. And it's just giving that people that knowledge and the so they know what they have to do when they do get it and go, all right, now what do I do with it? And it's like it just goes sits on a shelf and collects dust because like I never can figure it out. So that's why I asked that question the way I did.
Marvin,
go ahead.
Make a bite and send it to me.
Yeah.
Fashionably late, Tornado Tim.
Hey, he had to get an activation in. Just give him a break.
I was going to say, because like Jesse said, he learned this. I kind of the same way. I haven't been doing technology all my life. When I was in high school, and maybe I should have stayed in it, I wouldn't have destroyed my body.
Dave, when we were in high school, we were playing freaking Apple IIe's and Apple IIc's.
Well, Mike, let's be rare. When Dave was in high school, technology had not been invented.
Shut up, Tim. You're the same age. You're almost the same age as me. So
they had to walk in the wheel just to get the power to generate.
Oh, hey, man, they still
Tim,
had
your
typewriters.
Just as white.
Yeah, they still had typewriters when I went to school, and computer consisted of Apple 256 green screens, right? So I mean, it wasn't like we had cool shit to play with for a long time. But case in point, like there's no reason to not learn and understand this, and
absolutely,
it's about who you surround yourself with too, right? Like, if I get hung up on something, I have a fantastic resource of people like Jabo and Kraken and Sasquatch and AWOC and Coco and folks that you can reach out to. And then we have Discords where you can move in and ask questions. Like some of my mods are actually in the chat right now. I saw Ranadin in there earlier, BK Broiler, phenomenally intelligent people. There's Ranadin right there. And again, there's a community that has been created in all of this that is about nothing other than information sharing. And when we were young and some of these gadgets existed, you didn't, unless you knew somebody or you knew somebody who knew somebody, you weren't going to get access to it. And even then, they sure as hell weren't going to show you how to use it. It was it was an entirely different thing.
It's like a secret society almost.
It still is.
Hey, real quick, I wanna hit this because someone is really showing their age, and I can relate. Till it hurts. Question: will it prevent you from dying from dysentery on the Oregon Trail?
Yes,
I sure as shit.
And
that's
all of
fantastic.
this stuff. I lucked out and became a part of this group as a ham radio operator. The H4M is what opened my eyes to the other RF. Because as a ham radio operator, you look in the spectrum. This is our spectrum. This is what we play in. And once I got the H4M, I started seeing a lot more RF, and that got me learning, right? And now it's just constantly learning, and that's what this stuff is all about. Is you don't have to know it all. You don't have to understand what exactly it's doing, but you get to learn. My first Hailhound was an introduction into how ESP32 and radio chips work together. Because the first one I had, you actually had to wire everything up. And it was in a weird time with the Hailhound when it came out where there was conflicting guides. So I literally had to learn, okay, what's a GPIO port? Where are the GPIO ports? How do they interact with the radio? Where does this wire go to here? Why does it go to there? And that's where the two worlds kind of merge together with ham radio. It's a license to experiment.
Well, and there's no better feeling in the world than going to this button right here and clicking it. After you've built it and it says, oh, you passed. You've wired it correctly. And, oh, your SPI is good. Your signal's been detected. You've passed. You've done that correctly. And that's especially after you build one of these, because it's no small feat. And it's a really, really cool fealing. I don't know if I have 532 in here or not. I don't think I do. Nope. Anyway, but to make it easier, I added the wiring schematics. So you can go through here and you can figure out where everything's wired and why it's wired where it is and how. And you can do this all off of CYD and write it down, take a picture, whatever you want to do, and it's all in here. You know, I mean, it's all the information you need. What IO goes to where and why. Like, I try to give as much information as possible. Again, you know, when you go back just real quick, like sub-gigahertz tuning, when you go back to this at the bottom section here, there's a guide and it says what it all does. And this is a description of what every single thing does and why. And it's not super detailed, but it's enough to where you can start understanding it, and where you can start going into Google and figuring out, you know, what's this mean? What is Debian? What is this? You know, I mean, it's kind of important. There's nothing worse than somebody giving you a setting and then not telling you what the hell it does. It pisses me off to no end. Right? So,
I gotta give props to Just Call Me Coco for being one of the first people that really did a great job of documenting how this worked.
Yes.
Because I was able to build my own, like, I'm pulling out random stuff. This is a working ESP32 Marauder with a screen that plugs into Flipper Zero, which I'm assuming it still works.
So cool.
And this is old. It works. It still runs Marauder.
That's so cool.
It's just ridiculous, but it's because his wiring was so good that I was able to, like, you know, duct tape together. Look at the back of this thing. It's just awful, but it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other awesome one.
You can never say too much about documentation.
Yep.
Got several questions in the chat. A couple of them are funny. Bricker House says, I don't know, have you built a QMX yet? The Hailhound is easy in comparison.
I have.
So for the non-radio or the non-ham radio people, the QMX is a kit that you build. It comes with bare boards and all the components, and you actually solder the entire ham radio together. And it's a cool little kit, which makes it a little bit more difficult because it is tiny. But you have to wind your own coils. You have to solder in all the components. Yeah, it's it's intense.
Yeah. Colin and VK, we are indeed international tonight, says, is this a very fancy Flipper Zero? Yes, and more. I might add.
No doubt.
Let's see here. What else do we got? Picked it, mate. Jesse, ever thought about getting into decoding POCSAG?
Oh shit! I've thought about getting into decoding all kinds of stuff. It's just like anything else. It's a time limitation for me. You know, there's only so much that I can focus on.
Yeah, and that rolls back to the HackRF. The HackRF will actually read and decode POCSAG.
Yep, it'll do it for sure. For sure. But you know, it's again, like, there is the options, it seems like today, are almost limited to some of the stuff you can do. And then some of the people that you run across, you know, like the talking Sasquatches and the Jabos, and then the folks that end up coming in your server, like the BK Broilers and the Iranidans, and the folks that have phenomenal knowledge about things. It makes developing a lot of this stuff really, really cool, because randomly somebody will come up with an idea and you'll start chasing it, and it turns into something that's just fantastic.
Yeah. Ham DeLorean, it's interesting that now that he has mentioned this, I was thinking this but wasn't going to say anything. When you said Debian a few minutes ago, All-Star popped in my head. And I wonder if somehow this could be made to work like an All-Star node. And I'm sure Dave, you might chime in on this because you know how those are constructed. I mean,
no, the All-Star with the internet access and everything else, these are more standalone RF devices. They're not tied to the internet. It's more of exploration and exploitation than it is actually having a physical functioning, like, two-way radio. So,
right. We got some business to take care of. Aaron Modern Morris once again with the 5 spot. Sasquatch has a K1 Shing on his desk. who is going to jump him in to the Brass Knuckle Gang. Play it, Cliff.
Money isn't everything. It's the only thing. And everyone has a price for the $1 Million Man.
All right, so that was let me talk about Brass Knuckle real quick for those
Right here.
those that are in the chat that are not hams. You have no clue what we're talking about, I'm sure. Brass Knuckle Gang was all the rage at the Huntsville Hamfest this weekend. Basically, you make a 2-meter CW contact and with another Brass Knuckle Gang member, and you were jumped in. Do I have that right, fellas?
Yeah. So it evolved from CW guys is Morse code, right?
Yeah.
And it evolved from the old school CW guys really don't like the fact that people are modifying a two-way radio with a key and doing Morse code via 2 meters, which is 154. So instead of HF across the world, localized, right? So they created the Brass Knuckle Gang kind of defiantly, and now it's a little gang that you have to get jumped in. And the way you get jumped in is you make a 2-meter CW Morse code contact with another member. I got jumped in this weekend, so I'm a member of the Brass Knuckle Gang, or last week, so I'm a member. But that's how it all evolved, and it's just kind of a big joke and a big to the older crotchety CW guys.
Sad hams.
That's rad. That's rad.
Great man, you got jumped in as well, didn't you?
I sure did. And here's my my mini Kong right here, getting ready to get modified.
Let me pull you up there. Show it again there.
Well, that's
Ooh,
so,
I see a reflection of you.
Hell yeah. Infinity mirror.
Infinity Tim.
That's right. Infinity Hicks.
If you didn't get enough Gray Man Poda, there's enough to go around with the Infinity.
Golly. Watch out.
That's a naked that's a naked little radio there, sir.
It's a naked cliche.
My Kong is naked, baby.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's what you said.
For heaven's sakes.
Oh dear Lord.
Hey, we're past the second hour, Bubba.
Hey, it's all we were in the second hour when we started.
So Jesse, got anything else you want to show off?
No, actually, so there's a bunch of cool stuff on there, but it's there's a lot to look at and there's a whole lot to go through, and it's best just to go flash the firmware on a CYD and start digging through it.
Cheap yellow display.
Yep.
And it's called a cheap yellow display because it's cheap, like 12, 15
It's
bucks.
yellow. And
The board is yellow.
Yep. Sassy's got them, yeah.
And it's got a display.
Yep. Yeah. So anyway, look through it and dig through it and ask questions, research. But more than anything, I kind of want to pass it over to Sass. I know we're going long on time, but he's got all kinds of cool shit in there, and I'm sure there's something in there that we need to cover. So I don't want to skip this.
We're not long on time. We still have 28 minutes.
Oh shit! Yeah, that's perfect.
Scheduled.
Yeah.
We can go as long as we want. Go ahead, Sass.
What are you all interested in? Because we've got a little bit of everything, you know.
Well, there was a question. There was a question in the chat, and I'll put it out here to you guys. What is the best device for finding card scammers?
Okay.
So
yeah, that one's actually J-Bo's got something to say on that one.
yeah,
I knew
yeah,
I knew he would.
Yeah, a lot of them are actually common. So they'll run generic wireless chips. So there's a card skimmer detection inside of Nyan. There's also some other devices like Coco and Marauder has it. Jesse has it. The Biscuit has it. There's a bunch of devices now that have card skimming detection, and we may or may not have a few on the way that we're actually going to be playing around with and trying to figure out if we can break them. So in sense that if someone has a skimmer deployed, if we can potentially wipe its log off or disable it through config. So yeah, the detection expands by the day with a lot of these tools, and yeah, literally it's just as simple as running the application. It'll do a scan, and then if you actually located a card skimmer near you, like I should not see any near me, you could literally locate it down by RSSI value. And this is really nice to have, especially in Jersey, because if you're in Jersey, you can't pump your own gas. So, you don't know what your card is actually swiping or tapping to.
Right.
I can tell you for a fact that we've made it a goal of ours, and I think Coco's working on it, and I'm sure AWOC will end up with it. And I know Jabo and I are both working on it. Midwest Gadgets is helping us out on this. But if you're a piece of shit that's going to put a card skimmer on somebody and steal from somebody getting gas, I'm going to do my level best to break your shit.
On that point, that's fantastic.
That. Hell yeah.
Absolutely. Got a couple of items of business to take care of. Hamdalorian with the 556. Your Discords will know me very soon with all my questions with a cat face.
That's what they're about.
Play it, Cliff.
Money isn't everything. It's the only thing. And everyone has a price for the $1 million man. All right, let's.
And then XWAS, which I think we know who that might be. Hi with the 499. Play it, Clip.
That's my boy.
Money isn't everything. It's the only thing. And everyone has a price for the $1 million man.
That's my son, if anybody wants to know, and he does a lot of good coding.
Right on.
I was going to the restroom, and then those super chats came in. So Marvin, take over for a minute. Yeah, you guys continue.
I've got it back in.
Throw Sass up there. Sass, what you got?
Yep.
So, all right. So, I mean, I've got a bunch of interesting stuff. I'm actually a little bit bummed because I've got my Cardputer Advanced with the additional screen, but it's actually properly borked right now. I spent way too much time trying to get it to play Doom on this screen. And that was a really dumb thing to do.
Oh
Don't
my
do
God,
that.
that's awesome.
So I think I've got it. How far did I get? So I have that. That's pretty
Holy smokes.
Wow.
That's pretty much it. So I had the demo working for a while, but like it kept crashing every time I went through a door. It was dumb. But yeah, Cardputer Advanced with additional screen, really freaking cool project. We learned a lot of basically, I put pork chop on it. I put a bunch of stuff on it, which is kind of cool. We have the Cardputer Zero, which I don't have time to boot because it takes a minute or so. But this thing, if you guys haven't seen this yet, this is running off of the CM0. It's like $150 or something like that, but it's full-on Linux computer. This is running, I think, some really low version of Trixie or Debian. Actually, it won't boot with the hat on because there is a power brownout issue with it. But yeah, this thing's cool as heck. More cool stuff. Yeah, what I've been working on myself just over the past couple days, just
this is so cool.
It is.
This is so cool.
This is just like the Squatch watch. So it won't focus because I don't have autofocus on, but this is just a really cheap, easy way of detecting flock cameras, Axon body cameras, Meta glasses, card skimmers, air tags. I just got that working tonight. Man, I gotta say, I give so much credit to people like Jabo and Jesse for building all these things, because I'm cheating and using AI to help get through the stuff that I'm too dumb for. And it's that AI's got to be trained on all of everybody else's work. So I'm just trying to make fun stuff that's cool, and I'm just going to give it away because it's awesome. But the fact that the OUIs and UUIDs are all out there and like kind of how to implement all this stuff, so cool. So thanks everybody to making being able to make stuff cool. And might as well, since we're out here, we've got devices. This thing is kind of rad. This is the free Will-I 2. Let me see if it'll boot. Hopefully I didn't kill the battery. I'm pretty sure it's still good. Oh, shit. I killed it. Oh, nope. Here we go. Free Will-I 2. This thing is crazy. I've been following this since their first version of it, like 3 years ago, DC32, or DEF CON 32. This is running on a CM0. So this and this are kind of the same thing. Also, this and this are kind of the same thing.
Whatever. Other than one works.
Anywho. Yeah, right. But
yeah, and for anyone curious, if it hasn't sold you yet, it's running on an FPGA. So there's a lot of things you can do.
Yeah, it's
metal,
cool setup.
Ooh.
Really cool. I'm doing the stupid thing that you have to do
And it
because
just-
you know, we're running Doom. Let's go. But this is a LoRa antenna on here right now, and it's got literally NFC IR. It has everything the Flipper Zero does. It's got a big ass. You can't see because of my lighting, but like this GPIO on the side is
massive.
Dual pins. They have a whole bunch of great stuff. Dual SIM cards, right? You run a Raspberry Pi command module and you have 2 SIM cards, you can dual boot. Awesome.
Yep.
3 USB ports. USB-C, because, you know, it's the best one. There is a HDMI, a headphone on the side, and an IR. Like, this thing, I'm not going to use language on this podcast, but this thing does the stuff. Very, very.
If you said this thing does its shit, we've had a lot worse said tonight. So
Yeah. This
have
thing
at it.
fucks, okay? It's pretty good. But, I mean, just as, like, some general hardware, I've got so much other stuff I can dig out. But, like, there's some cool stuff. Really cool stuff coming out. The Palm, this little guy, this thing is kind of sick. I need tweezers to turn it on. It's kind of a little bit of a weird thing. Actually, here. Switch.
Imagine the dual S. There's a question right there. He says, "I wondered how they ran the dual SDs on the Free Will." I imagine they've got a couple different SPI buses, don't you, Jabo?
I do not know the specs on that, but there's a lot of stuff going on there. But
yeah, they probably do high speed and low speed, if I had to guess.
I bet so. Yep.
Yep. I agree. This thing
That's cool.
is like the Kisu and the Flipper like had a functional child. It's really cool.
God damn.
32C5, and it's like it's a really usable size, and it's got like all the buttons and stuff that works. So it does all the fun stuff that a Flipper Zero could do with its ESP32C5. So tri-band, Bluetooth, 2.4 or 5 gigahertz. But it's also got things like I can't remember the name of it, but there's the open source like Pi based or ESP based like Game Boy games, whatever.
Yes.
Somebody knows what that is.
Yeah, there's. I know what you're talking about. It's the
Arju Boy.
Yeah, that's it.
Arju Boy.
Yep.
Yeah. But like this thing is so good. These guys did not get enough credit because they decided, because they're like actually legends, they're gonna spend all of their time, all of their money into prototyping and building something fucking rad, and they're not gonna spend any money on marketing. So instead of getting the Interrupt, they got this thing, which is kind of sick. So I'm gonna do a video on this really soon, but this has a lot of cool stuff. I got a video coming out up here on Sunday.
See, he has pants on. Told you.
This is the M1 by Monster Tech, and honestly, there's a few people in here, BK Broiler, that made this from trash to kind of moderately all right. I don't want to prompt another bidding war, but Midwest Gadgets,
Yes.
NFC repeater on the back, kind of amazing. Made this a little bit less not awesome because their NFC was very lacking. But yeah, there's just a bunch of cool stuff coming out, and I've got like 3 more things coming in, at least 3 more things coming in that are equally as rad as some of the stuff that I've been able to show people tonight. And yeah, for anybody that's like, you know, anybody watching, these are very hard to find. A lot of these, like, there's only a few people that have any of these devices. So I'm glad to be able to like flex a little bit and show you guys some future channel content, because
it's dope.
That is awesome.
So there's real quick. So Midwest Gadgets. He's in the chat, and that's a solid guy. And if you guys get a chance, go to MidwestGadgets.com. Ham is a full-blown NFC master. He's got all kinds of repeaters, stickers. There's I don't know if you guys are familiar with NFC tools. You can put that on your phone, and you can write and emulate NFC tags and a few other things. I use one of his repeater stickers right here. Anything that has radio on it, I pretty well put a repeater sticker on. If it's a PN532, whatever it looks like, top-notch individual. You guys need to go check him out.
Absolutely.
We actually have a quick little visual of his product too. So this is a ring that will pretty much show you the direction of where NFC is coming from. Oh, one second, I have a software update.
That was a question I was going to ask. Has anybody incorporated radio location, like with 4 antennas on a roof, so that it'll rotate and it'll give you a direction?
You're going to love this.
Yeah, so
it's a hotspot locator.
On my phone, you could actually see where it's coming from, the NFC field, and that's for like tap to pay and stuff like that. I also have one of his stickers that expands the field on the phone. So if you're noticing like your phone's not going, it has to be very close to a reader to tap to pay or something. Like I went to Japan and all they use is express cards out there for tapping. This was amazing for my Suica card. But you could see the visualization of where that NFC is coming from. He also has them for things like flippers too. I have it on the back of this one. But definitely check him out. And if that doesn't quite pique your interest, he also has this. And we spoke a little bit of war driving earlier. This is the Piglet. It's a standalone that you could literally just put in your car, and it'll start war driving off of a GPS and an SD card. It's amazing.
Yeah, it is. It works fantastically well.
Yeah.
These field analyzers are really cool because I've got like a bigger one. And it does the same thing. It's just like bigger and better.
Yep, that's the one that's in my backpack.
They're very, very cool. And yeah, by the way, if you don't have a Piglet, they're pretty freaking cool.
Yeah, they're badass.
Nice. They look like little mesh-tastic nodes.
Those field visualizers, so super, super important. So if you're ever going to do any kind of work where you're going to be trying to figure out access cards to anything, and you're trying to find the antenna on a reader or anything like that, that's a super important thing to have. It's in my daily carry, in my backpack. Like, there's not a day that goes by that I don't have that reader on me at any given time. It is a fantastic device.
A little NFC tag. I wasn't able to read before, and see if it'll let me do it on TV. There we go. I can now read the RFID that I got put in my hand.
Yep.
If you all don't know, Dave has accepted the mark of the beast. Hey, real quick, I need to hit these super chats here. We got 3 of them. I'm only going to play one clip. But we got
just me.
Actually, Frank KG6 NLW. He'll be right after our show. Actually, he'll probably go on before we get done. At this rate. 223, great show tonight, Josh. This is fun. I agree. We need to do this more often. Scrolling down, the chat's so full, I got to find them here.
It's a gadget show.
Yeah. There's one of them.
The cool thing is, though, go ahead, brother.
XWAS with the 10 spot over 1,000 gang. Folks, we have broken $1,000 in super chats tonight.
Yeah, he beat me to it.
Tortoise Overland comes in right behind with another 10. So you know what we got to do? We got to play the clip times 3, but only once.
Money isn't everything. It's the only thing. And everyone has a price for the $1 million man. All right, let's.
Appreciate everybody that has helped push over 1,000 super chats. It's the best night I've had.
Brad.
Little bastard. Hold on. No. Did you see what he said, though?
1,000 night.
Well, no. Did you see what he said, though?
Who said?
What XWAS said to me?
I don't know. The chat's going 100 miles an hour.
he told me I was too slow. That's what he told me.
Well, I mean, I could have told you that.
Oh, shit.
And somebody said, yeah, we've had another night. Yes, we did. Dayton, I think Dayton we pushed over 1,000, but it's very, very rare. Very rare.
Yeah, there's a fantastic group in here, man. I see AWOC popping in and out of here a bunch, and I can't reiterate again. He's one of the originals, you know. And the same way with Coco, like a lot of the stuff that I do and a lot of the stuff that I enjoy is because I wanted to know how they did it. And those guys are, again, the AWOC boards, like Sass has got these, Dave's got these, we've all got these. This is phenomenal. And then Marauder, again, just call me Coco. Go get yourself a mini Marauder. I've got a mini Marauder right here. This also is in my backpack every single day. This stuff, fantastic little device. So if you don't have one, go get one. I cannot
and what does
say
that exactly do? What does that one exactly do?
Everything you want it to. It does everything that I do. Does everything Davo does. Like different things, but it is a wireless monster in your pocket.
Wow.
Our buddy Levi, who is stuck at the Home Depot tonight, says tortoises are not known for speed. Good point.
Yep.
And again, like I see, 463 November 7, he's in here. He's developing a device right now that is going to throw down as well. He's got some pretty cool stuff. Him and I are going to be working on some things here before too long. So there's this is a pretty amazing group of people. Champs in here. Yeah.
Just real quick, give me what was that device one more time? I'm kind of trying to create a link of all these together.
So this is the Just Call Me Coco Marauder Mini, and Just Call Me Coco has a bunch of great devices, Marauders in general. I don't think there's very many people in this chat right now that don't have his devices, period, like across the board.
I'm trying to put these links in the chat and everything else so people can go find them.
AWOK, AWOK, like some of the most fantastic devices, wonderful board designer, makes great things. Go check him out. It's another great setup. And then, like I say, there's some pretty cool stuff that's going to come out of 3 November 7 there. He's going to develop some neat things too. So it's
that's probably AWOK Dynamics is that.
Yes.
Yeah. Yep. So yes. I'm about to throw it in the chat.
Have a good night, brother.
I was just copying myself and finding it.
It's a really, really cool time. There's a lot of us that work together. Yeah, see, Sasquatch's got one right there. There's a lot of us that work together and talk on a daily basis because we want to make cool shit.
This is super cool. People that actually sent me stuff. Interesting, fun fact. His dual board was a less terrible version of mine. So props to him for making that, because I had this like whole big pie in the sky idea of making a dual ESP board, which I had a buddy help me out with. So this has dual Wemos mini D2s, D3s. I can't remember the numbers anymore. But yeah, this was like kind of like my version of the dual touchscreen before it existed. So this thing still actually somehow works. But yeah,
that's so cool.
A dual touch right there. Like it's so janky. It's so dumb. The actual SD card is flat mounted right there, just like onto the PCB. Actually, Jesse knows all about how to
do
right through them. But yeah, it's so janky. But he did it the like way amazing way, and I did it the dumb way. So good for AWOK for being smarter than me, which doesn't take a lot, but like he managed to pull it off.
You know, this is kind of funny that we're all in here. Like this is something that I personally wanted to do for a long time with a lot of these people. And I keep watching over in the comments. I see that you've got Jeremiah of all trades. So it's Jeremiah OAT, fantastic YouTube channel. You want to learn how to use H4M Porta Pack? Go watch his shit. He will 100%. He's the reason why I have one, is because of a lot of his videos. You've got Kind of Geeky in here. Like this is the kind of podcast where everybody gets to combine and tell stories and show off cool stuff, man. This is a great setup.
Interstellar Starman in the chat there says, this presentation is a great baseline for this line of communication and ham radio. It gives you basic elements and weaves together the experts. Thanks, gentlemen. Absolutely, you are not wrong at all. Fantastic.
Yep, cool setup, boys. It's really neat. And the bottom line is like
there's Jeremiah's channel as well. So
yep, there you go. We've all, and what it boils down to is like for me, like J-Bo and I were laughing about this today. Like I've said it before and people make fun of it, but it is what it is. Like I like James Bond shit, and that's what this is, right? This gives you a whole bunch of capabilities. You know, this isn't like, this is Sean Connery James Bond shit, right? Like this is the cool stuff that you can pack around.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, look.
So, quick question: you're talking about carrying this around. What about going through like TSA with some of the stuff in your bags? How much do they question that and look at that? And
zero shits.
Yeah, they don't care. They could give a shit.
They did not care at all.
No, to make sure that it's make sure it's in your carry-on if it has a battery. But aside from that, if it's powered off and you're not doing stuff like a Delta airline, you're probably fine.
Yeah, Delta may be a little hesitant now.
Yeah, you might not get on Delta with one of these devices right now.
So grab a 9-box, a Hailhound, a ARRL, and you put them in your backpack next to a 24-ounce bottle of water and see what you care about.
And they'll grab the water. 100%.
Yeah.
Good
They will
point.
100%. They will wrap you up for the water, but they will not care at all about your electronics.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
fact,
100%.
back from DEF CON 33, I had a lot of electronics, including a 9-box. They were really concerned about a stack of stickers that I had because they were in shrink wrap, and they were very dense, and it looked like a really weird thing. But
which is ridiculous.
They pulled that out of my bag before they cared about any of my radio stuff. So they
I'm not sure TSA has common sense anymore, but
yeah, I got more looks because I had like evil looking like Cult of the Dead cow stickers on my tablet than anything else.
You know, that's it's comical that just like what Sasquatch is saying, it's comical what they'll focus on, right? And it's that tunnel vision that people get, like, oh, you can't have water, but you're gonna let me on with a Hailhound? That's your ass. You know what I mean? Like, you shouldn't do that.
Right. That's why I kind of brought the question forward. I mean, if people want to travel with these or do something with it, what is that? What type of problems does that create? And obviously, it's ill to none. So
they all have built-in safeties, right? Like so. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Jesse.
I was just going to say they all have built-in safeties on them, right? So you legitimately in the NIAN have to go select that you want to do what you want to do, and you have to select that. Yeah, I agree that I'm going to do this, and it is what it is. Like, you have to intentionally go through multiple steps. It's the same way with the Hailhound. You've got to you have to take the disclaimers. You have to say, yeah, I understand that I'm fixing to get into something here. So, like, it's not like you're going to accidentally screw up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. The other thing too is they're low output in sense that they're under a watt radio. Like, obviously you could have 100-watt radio on a certain band, and that would create a lot more issues than something like a 9 or a Hailhound. So I mean, you can do these things with a laptop too. So it's difficult for like usage sake to just be like, oh yeah, ESP32s or microcontrollers are banned. Like, your phone can do even certain aspects of it as well. So yeah, I mean,
but let's not forget that ham guys can create more noise in this spectrum than anybody. Okay, so let's just not talk about that.
We're just playing around with these little tiny boys. So
I got a baby controller.
Yeah,
they're intimidating.
Exactly, Bricker. Just don't be a skid.
Everybody in the chat, don't be a skid.
That's exactly right. 100%. But case in point, like, go learn about it.
Hey, boys, I got to get out of here. You guys have a good night. I got to go feed dogs.
All right, Mike.
Don't let your meat load, dog.
All right, Torch.
Peace. Good night, guys. Hey, thanks for y'all coming.
Later.
We are having a fantastic night, but we have
I can't
reached.
remove myself. Oh, no.
Oh, I can fix that real
Bye.
Bye. Adios, cabrón.
So, we can feel free to continue. We are up against the 10 o'clock hour here on the East Coast, but I don't care. We're that's right, America's time zone. I don't care what 2.0 says.
It's been an absolute pleasure to be on with you guys. And if you ever want me back, let me know. I'm around here and there.
I got you.
Hey, guys.
Same here.
So let me ask you one thing before you guys go. If you're going, are any of you hams?
Not yet.
I'm just a tech though, so not a big boy yet.
Still got a
nothing
license.
wrong with that. You got a ticket.
Absolutely.
You got a ticket. Well, Hailhound and Sass, we've got to change that.
Yeah, I just gotta take the test. And like, I got to spend some time on like my driving from work, listening to the lessons and courses, and actually learn the in-depth parts of it, as opposed to just scrolling up and down and seeing what I can see on SDR++.
When you're ready, I am a VE lead. I know several VEs. We'll get you tested.
Absolutely. We'll get
And
you
if
tested
you feel
for sure.
frisky, we can do like we did with Chris Bowden and test you live on the stream.
Oh,
Yeah,
Lord.
if you guys know Psyduck, we tested him live on stream.
I would love
That's
to
awesome.
do a ham test on live YouTube. That'd be awesome.
We made some noise with that. I've heard some feedback that there was some not so happy people, but no one said
they're
you
always
can't
happy.
do it yet.
We didn't break the
can-
As far
rules.
as I'm
Nope.
You
concerned,
look at somebody wrong.
what I heard, and this is from some of the VEs I talked to around here, it was only VEs crying. And the way they put it, as far as I'm concerned, I watched those streams. You guys did everything right. And they said they're sad VEs. That's all I can say.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep. We checked the rules and there was nothing in it. So,
Hey, if it
AI
was easy,
check.
everybody do it.
AI for you checked it. I typed in the words, I hit Command F. Yes, I'm a Mac user, and said stream, public, whatever, trying to find whatever word that would say it, and nothing came up. So that's on them. If they want to change rules, change rules. But for right now, it is perfectly fine.
Absolutely.
I think this is cool what you guys have done, man. It's kind of neat because I'll go back to what J-Bo and I said earlier. It's all radio, and we're all sitting in here talking about all the same stuff. So whether it's ham, whether it's Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, whatever, I enjoy all of it. So I may not necessarily have a license to use some of it, but it's still cool to know about.
It's all waves, brother.
That's it.
Frank is not wrong. Mac greater than wind blows every day.
I'm glad to see you're a Mac user too, Frank. That's good to know.
Hey, bro.
I
All
use a
adults
Mac.
use iOS.
Kind of like you've been talking about tonight, Jesse, the royalty that's been in the chat tonight. I mean, I knew David told us that he was reaching out to you to come on, and he made a comment that might have another guest and didn't find out about J-Bo until we were all sitting here on stage waiting for people to start showing up. And then he told us, but the people that have showed up in the chat tonight, and I'm subscribed to every one of them.
Yeah.
I mean, like you said, these guys are the ones that drive my interest in a lot of this.
Yeah, man. And they're just normal dudes. Like, they're normal people that like cool stuff like we do. And they like having good conversations. And so, it worked out perfect. Everybody was available. We sent out spreads through the wire tonight, and it just happened to work out that a lot of really cool folks showed up. So this was a really neat show.
Yeah, I knew
this has been really great.
I knew I liked Daywalk for a reason. OSX all day.
He's a badass, dude. He's a good one. Yeah, we're all Mac users, bro. Everybody's a closet Mac user. If they say they're not, I don't want to hear that shit.
That's right. That's right.
Nothing beats the silicone chips.
It all came from Unix.
Yeah, shared memory, boys.
Speaking of silicon chips, I don't know if you guys heard, going a little bit off topic for a second, Apple is releasing the M6 chip.
They did, yeah.
Soon.
Yep.
Oh, was it already out?
Pre-order yesterday or day before. Released in September, the 23rd?
Wow.
Yeah, they're coming out with an OLED
I'm sorry, you
version
cut out for
too.
just like, what you order?
Nope.
Huh?
You pre-ordered what? My screen must cut out.
No, the pre-orders for the Mac M6 are open right now. You can do the Studio, the Mac Mini. So that stuff's all wide open right now. But I was trying to remember delivery. I thought it was
ordering one, and I said no.
I'm good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I have
it's like what you want to pay for the price of that new Mac. It's incredible. I mean, like I said, I was this close last night to cutting it, and I said no, I can't do it. I just not right now.
See you, Sass.
Thank you for coming, Sass. Appreciate you.
All right, Sass.
Yeah,
thank you.
I just recently got a MacBook Pro with the M5 Pro chip in it.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that thing flies.
Yeah, I rock an M4 Pro myself, and it's a rad setup, man. That unified memory and these things is phenomenal for some of the
use
stuff
the
I do.
Studio or the Mac Mini? Do you guys use the Studio or Mac Mini?
I have
a MacBook Pro. Yep.
MacBook Pro. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I've got the Mini and a MacBook Pro. I'd like to get the Studio. That's where I'm wanting to go.
Yeah, they're legit. Sass wasn't kidding.
Oh,
he would 100% come back on here with you guys in a heartbeat, man. He loves this kind of stuff.
Well, believe me, we're not going to turn into a hack RF nonstop telethon here, but we definitely want to dial in on this even more. I mean, I think we just scratched the surface tonight.
Yeah.
Jesse and J-Bo, this is what I've been talking about, is trying to merge the two communities together.
Yep.
Speaking of which, J-Bo, that thing you just got for the order, that was mine.
Haven't even checked, but thanks. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't looked
You
either.
realize,
Thanks.
Tim, about 4 months out.
That's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, there is some lead time.
Yeah.
4 months out. You know what that means? It is 4 months
Christmas time.
away from Christmas.
That's it.
Yeah.
And
Oh, you're getting
Short 2
Christmas
days.
for
Short 2
everybody
days.
in the chat, remember these guys: Jesse, Jabo, AWOC, Coco, Hedge. These are all independent guys. right? Midwest. Independent
Yeah,
guys
and
that are
too,
doing
yeah.
amazing things. So if you have to wait a little bit for their products, wait. These
Exactly.
guys are busting their ass trying to get these things out as quick as possible, but they're making amazing shit, and it's worth it. So
Yeah, I
Don't-
mean, we hand build our stuff, boys, for sure. Like
Yeah.
it's me and my wife, it's J-Bo and Kraken. Like we literally sit here and build these by hand and send them out the door. It's not this is mass produced stuff. It's individually
Yep.
packaged, and we make sure it's right.
yeah.
I mean,
So
that's
don't
terrible
win
stuff.
ship them. Don't win ship them. Just
You
let
win
it
shit
be.
you more than once, I'll refund your shit anyway.
I did order the
sell a
H4M
completed one,
tonight,
too?
so
What's that?
Cool. Right on.
You sell assembled Hellhounds too?
Yeah, I
Like
just
the kids?
started actually. Yeah, I just started. So I just started doing it. Once again, thanks to HamSpice, he came up with what we're calling the Fire Weasel board. And so it's a companion board that plugs in with a leash. I'm sure I got one here. They're strung all from hell to breakfast. So this is this little device. So BK Broiler, again, he's a mod in my server. He came up with the idea of, hey, we ought to just put a leash over the top of that ESP32 that you could just plug in with a ribbon cable, basically. So he pulled HamSpice into it, and they started looking at, we started looking at how to do it, and then so this is the board we came up with. And so this board's pretty straightforward. You've got your EO1 and EO7, so sub-gigahertz, 2.4 gigahertz, ATGM 336H GPS. And then you've got a 1117. Oh god damn it!
Buck module.
Thank you.
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
the charge boost on that side, and then all the cool little drawings comes from our boy Daka, who's in the chat right now too. So these
Yes,
are all
he is.
Daka doodles. So yeah, this is a little board we put together to make life a little easier on folks that didn't necessarily think that they had the skill to wire the whole thing up, from scratch. We've also got boards for that too, if you still want to do that. There's the the Cinder Ferrets, little teeny 2x2, little 2x2 modules that you can use in any project you want to, man. It's got JST connections on them, and it's the ATGM in the middle there, and then the radio boards on either side. So again, this board fits multiple applications, multiple projects. So go be creative, build shit. That's the best thing I can say, man, is go learn it and start building stuff.
You are talking ham radio language right there. Go build shit.
no, brother.
Dave's got the OG right there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Well, I mean, those hams in the chat familiar with Meshtastic, Mesh Core, that kind of stuff. That's kind of where this all began, is building shit.
That's
you
it.
know?
Yeah, 100%, man. 100%.
Hey, Dave, did you have that in an Altoids can?
No, that was I opened up the case.
Yeah.
It was this. I just cracked it open so we could see
gotcha.
inside.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of took a different approach. I've just been more trying to build like software for doing some Mac ham radio stuff, and
Right on.
it's like I started doing some soldering and little project stuff, but it just like that wasn't my true interest. Where I like doing more stuff with computers, and I'm more a hardware and software type of guy. So I'm learning software. I just never done it before, but it's like it's something I've always wanted to do. So it's kind of cool. So it's cool to see you guys make this kind of the software and the tools to be able to do all this. This has been super great tonight to be able to see and just I think it's kind of inspiring for a lot of people as well as myself to be able to see this and play with these things and it's one of those things that's really funny because I've been out of school for way more than like 30 years. But when I was in high school, back in the day, I never enjoyed learning at all. But now as an adult, I want to learn every day something new and I just continue to strive for that. And this is super cool stuff to go strive and learn and figure out and get more detail, especially the H4M device you shared tonight. I'm really super. I've got that on purchase now, so I'm excited about that,
dude. And I'm telling you, there is no excuse today with the amount of knowledge that's available at your fingertips to show you how to do this shit. There is no excuse to say I don't know. Like,
absolutely.
It is phenomenal, the shit that's available.
Yep.
Yeah, and end of the day, we're all people. I mean, the biggest thing is you just got to have the right tools, whether it be an H4M, Nyanbox, Hailhound, all together. They all work together. So
yeah.
Holy smokes! You guys want to talk about something crazy? You go over and look at your chat right now. Ghost Rats is even in here.
Oh, whoa!
Hey Jesse, that tank you just got on yours, that was my order too.
All right. Well, send me a DM and I'll send you one of these sparkly cases like I got right here.
All right.
Marvin, you mentioned a minute ago.
Oh, that's what that is.
Little side topic about software development. I do need to throw an update here. I forgot at all to mention this, but I had anticipated that the HamShack Apple app would be out in time for Huntsville. Unfortunately, we got rejected because of copyright concerns. I'm working on securing some documentation from Jason and all the folks that we rebroadcast syndication agreements. That should be enough to clear that up. So it is on delay, but it is still coming. So stay tuned for that. Now back to regular programming.
Yeah. No, this has been great, guys. Like I honestly, I can't thank you enough for the invite. It just happened to work out that everybody was available. We had a whole bunch of really, really cool folks show up tonight. It's just one of those situations where we got lucky and the right folks were here. You know, so I mean, the potential to ask questions was
the stars aligned.
it was meant to be for sure. And all of you that are in this space, I 100% would recommend you guys show up at some of these big Hamfests because you will have crowds around you, specifically Dayton, Orlando, or Huntsville.
It'd be kind of cool, man, to come check some of that out. I wouldn't mind shutting your radios off for you, you know.
I take that back. The invitation is revoked.
Hey,
Jesse, it's not DEF CON.
Why don't you go to Real World?
I was actually just thinking that. I probably don't have it in the cards to do it this year, but or in 27, but maybe 28. I would love to go out there and check it out.
It'd be pretty cool.
I was blessed to meet these guys and hang out with these guys at DEF CON, and it was an experience and one that I'll never forget. I'm already looking forward to next year.
I mean, Dave's going to be over here in my neck of the woods directly. We're going to be doing some cool stuff for the next couple of days.
Yeah.
Shout out to Frank, KG6NLW. He's about to start his stream over there. Thank you for your help in the chat. I really appreciate that, as always. All right.
Real quick, Josh, before you wrap this up, I just want to have these guys go back, Jabo and Hailhound, Jesse, to see just if you guys have a channel. If you know, I think we've kind of talked about some of those this evening. You know, you've got your products. You both are selling products there. Just give us a quick 30-second, you know, capitalist sell here for yourself on the show here.
Yeah, thanks. So most of the updates with Nyan, if you're interested in keeping up like with what I add, check out my Instagram. It's just jbohack_. And then on top of that, I also have a YouTube channel, which is pretty much a duplicate of my Instagram with all those videos over there as well. And if you haven't checked out Nyanbox already, check it out on nyandevices.com. And that's where our firmware is. That's where our product page is. We also have like cool shirts as well. And hopefully some other things coming soon as well. Like these expansion modules.
Yes, sir.
But
check them out. Perfect.
Ooh, wonder what that was. That was a sneaky little trick.
You know, now that I'm hearing Nyan and when I see that design on that case,
little kitty cat.
Damn you,
Nyan cat. Yeah.
Damn you, damn you. I'm gonna have that stuck in my head for a month now. No.
What was that little cat that was on
when I got on a computer at like, I want to say age 11, that was my first Steam profile picture, and it kind of stuck with me up until now. So
that's rad. So yeah, same Same deal for me. So Hailhound.com. That's where I've got all my stuff. So you can pick up. I'll have some of these back in before too long. But this is a Sasquatch. It's a talking Sasquatch bone pile case right here. He designed this specifically for the project, which was super cool. So I custom print all my cases. Printers behind me, pretty well run nonstop. So Hailhound.com. You can flash there too. It's flash.hailhound.com. And real quick, so you guys, it's pretty easy to remember Hailhound.com. It's not a big deal. Go get a shirt. Go get something cool. These shirts are kind of neat. Are we going to do hacker shit or what? So, but case in point, like there's people in your chat that need recognized, and I'll say it again. Go check out AWOC. Go check out Midwest Gadgets. Go check out Just Call Me Coco. These guys are the
Biscuit
OGs
Shop.
of the bunch. Biscuit Shop. Fantastic setup. Like you've got go look at these guys and go see what they have. And 0 Day said it best, Ryan. We overlap in places, but we all have our differences that make us individually fantastic. And we all work together eventually at some point in time anyway. So go check out their stuff, support their work. They're independent, small business. Dom's in here, another guy, fantastic setup. He's got the pork chop on the CYD. You have so many fantastic bunches of people. So I don't want to make it all about me because legitimately, a lot of these guys are the reason why I'm doing this shit anyway.
It is all about you. You got that swag going, those sunglasses, the lights. I mean, come on.
That's it just I wish I was as cool as I thought I was. Let's put it that way.
I'll say this, Jesse. Like I said earlier, it's guys like you, J-Bo, Sasquatch, all these royalty that's in the chat. That's what's actually brought this mainstream. I mean, this stuff's interested me for years. I'm kind of like you. I was teaching myself to do this.
Mm-hmm.
But with these channels, a lot of stuff that I was having a hard time figuring out, it sure made it a lot quicker to figure out what I was doing.
Yep.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah,
yep.
And it's cool, man, because everybody, like, I'm telling you, just from going to DEF CON and meeting some of these folks face to face, everybody's, for the most part, there's outliers, but for the most part, everybody's pretty damn accepting of who you are and what you want to know and what your knowledge level is, and it's pretty important. They're just a good bunch of guys. Like shit, J-Bo and I got a massive split in our age difference, and you'd never know it in conversation. That's a smart son of a bitch right there, I promise you.
There it is. And speaking of Midwest Gadgets a minute ago, I guess we missed it in the chat, but HamSpice threw out a code, 20% off, MidwestGadgets.com. If you used HamShack, one word, in the discount code, you'll get 20% off.
Did you hear that? Say that one more time, Dave. Attention.
Yep. So Midwest Gadgets, and I'm about to try and toss that in the chat, if I can get this. There we go. HamSpice, the owner of Midwest Gadgets, super cool, solid dude. Super cool, solid dude. 20% off anything on the site if you use code HamShack, all one word, all lowercase.
Yep. Pickled mate, thanks, brother. Appreciate that.
Have it on the screen right now, folks. I'll leave it up there for a couple of minutes. All right, let's start moving towards wrapping this thing up. You two, you're welcome to stick around. We usually bullshit in the back room for a couple of minutes after the show, so you're welcome to stick around. But I'm going to go across the board here. We'll start out with Hillbilly Dave. What's coming up for you this week?
Well, hopefully it's not too hot this weekend. I'm going to get out and do some photos and play with a couple antennas. Got me a 11-meter radio, and I'm going to see if I can get a Reliance in-fed half-wave to work on 11 meters. And probably ordered a bunch of stuff that I'm going to have to wait for that I can start playing with from the stream tonight. But other than that, not a whole lot, just working.
Absolutely. Appreciate you being here as always. Dealer Dave, your turn. Other than going and seeing your star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame at this point.
Oh shit. So yeah, that was kind of nuts.
He's kind of like a sword pecker, Bubba. He's hard to beat.
Actually, this is kind of my chill time now. I don't have any events that I have to go to. So I'm in Alabama right now, and going to be heading over to Oklahoma. Maybe go hang out with Jesse for a couple weeks.
Yes,
So
sir.
just kind of travel.
Oh,
yeah.
What part of Oklahoma, Jesse?
I'm over in
Eastern
Tulsa right
Oklahoma.
now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, he's not far from me.
Yeah.
So
come on over, man. We'll cook us something and radio something.
I'll definitely reach out to you in Discord.
Come on.
I'm in Springfield, just out of Springfield, Missouri, so I ain't far from Tulsa.
Oh no, you're not far at all, man. In fact, one of my I got a buddy of mine who's got a race shop over there.
So
dirt track or asphalt?
Oh, come on, man. Drag racing. It's just dirt track.
You gonna say
you like that straight line. Y'all don't know how to turn the steering wheel.
I like all of it.
Yeah, me too.
That's funny.
All right, Marvin, you're up.
Yeah, very good. Ham Radio Guy podcast. Have a new podcast coming out this weekend talking about slow scan television. In fact, I've been developing an app for that. It's still in my testing, even though I think VIS data decode has been coming around a lot better. It's improving. So I'm hoping to get that nailed down maybe sometime over the weekend here. So besides the podcast, I've got a video coming out with the kind of something similar to BattleBox, and you'll see all the new gadgets that are coming out with that with this month's box and how that compares and where things are at. So that video should be out sometime tomorrow afternoon as well. So other than that, it's the Minnesota State Fair. It's in place, and I'll be visiting that this weekend. Hopefully, if rain is not, cross the fingers that rain holds off and all weather is good. So we'll see where things head out. But it's been a great show and just a lot of learning. And it's been, I didn't know about a lot of this stuff beforehand. So it's been very, a lot to take in tonight and almost a lot overwhelming in some ways. So
I can relate. All right. Everybody hang on because we're going up to Indiana to see Tornado Tim.
That's right, home of your national champions, the Indiana Hoosiers. But not much. I just got back from Hamcation. I don't know, one of those Huntsville. I'll tell you what, it's been a tornado. Spent the entire week down there camping on the mountain. What a beautiful place! Great time. So, back here and just back at work and staying busy with that. So. Got out on the air tonight for the first time since I've been back home. We did a big rove when we were down there in Alabama. Made it all the way as far west as Mississippi. Activated a bunch of parks. Had a great time. So not much in the way of video. Buttloads of stickers I got to go through and everything and get up on the cabinet in here. So that's about it. Last night we had Justin, the Alabama OG from the Brass Knuckle Gang, on the Ham Radio Kids table with us last night, talking about the great numbers that they put up. I think they jumped in over 130 people in the gang over the past week while we're there in Alabama. It would be no surprise that it was Becky who's got the biggest number of people on their downline to get him jumped into the gang. So
shout out to Ham Radio Duo if y'all don't know who Becky is. She's part of the duo.
I've made 3 CW contacts in my ham radio career, and Becky has been at the helm of most of those and making that happen. So she does not give you an option to back down or step away from it. So there you go. But that's about it for me. I'm sure I'll have some videos coming out here at some point about something or another.
Right on.
You still planning on Sunday morning in the park?
Well, yeah, I do that every Sunday morning. Yeah. So.
Yep. Cool. All right. Well, I appreciate you fellas. Real quick, I will again update you again on the mobile app, or at least the Apple side of the mobile app. Got some copyright things. I've got to submit some paperwork to Apple. We'll get all that straightened out. But the app is on hold until then. You can still listen to the brand new HamShack Radio. It is 24/7 streaming on HamShackTV.com. Really excited about that. Really cool stuff on there. I need to do a couple of updates. There's still a PSA for the Huntsville Hamfest playing, so looking forward to that. Guys, if you're new here, I appreciate you tuning in. I know a lot of you came from Facebook. That one video with 1.7 million views. What a outstanding, huge growth pattern. I mean, I'm just blown away by the growth there. Facebook, I kid you not, some of the guys know, just because of Dave's little short that aired that got 1.7 views, or 1.7 million views. It has, I had 1.9 thousand followers on Facebook 2 days ago. Today I have 26,000. So that has grown well over 20,000 more followers just in the past day. So appreciate everybody that's came over there. If you're interested in ham radio, you want to be subscribed right here to HamShackTV. We talk all about ham radio and all kinds of stuff. And I like the idea of this blending into the different worlds. It's really exciting. So I want to say thank you once again to Jesse and J-Bo and AWOC and Midwest and everybody that was SAS. All these guys that were a part of the show tonight, wow. This was probably one of the most fun shows that we have done here on HamShackTV Live. And we missed Andy tonight. That's all right. It'll be, we'll catch up with Andy later. But guys, again, I can't say enough about what you guys are doing. HamShackTV world. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll have more content coming up. 73. AA4WX WSCB 693. You know what's about to happen. I don't have a choice in it after tonight. Play it, Cliff.
Money isn't everything. It's the only thing. And everyone has a price for the $1 million man. All right, let's.
Over $1,000 in super chats from the bottom of my heart and my family's heart. Thank you so much. More content to come. See you next week or sooner.